but I have some really decent normal painkillers, and now I'm out of them, so I'm having fun.
Ouch.
Imagine the clamps having to keep all of his mouth open too, and for such
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah,
That
And
does
I
the
gotta say,
damage
Sam,
too.
you have no problem holding a conversation. So I know, limiting that. I'm the same way. My ex-wife used to say, "Don't pop a quarter in this guy," because
yeah.
keep talking.
Yeah, I do talk too much.
Um,
I'm excited that
And
you're
so
coming on.
staying quiet has never been an option for me. I'm just not that kind of guy. So
But I'm going to let you talk for a while.
I can imagine losing your voice would really suck. And your voice is really useful. I think we all have benefited from it. So
I'm glad that you feel that way, and thank you for being here today.
yeah, absolutely. Some interesting stuff though. On my way, I didn't have nothing, and then on my way back, I ran into a bear on Two Bear Road. Can you imagine that? I was like, "Where's
There you
your
go.
buddy?" I was
Bear
running
Road.
into the road, and then I had to stop because I thought it was a deer, and then I realized it was a freaking bear. So I had to back up, give him his space, and then he just walked away. I took a video. It was the coolest thing, but I looked at my GPS. I'm like, holy crap, I'm on Two Bear Road. It was so cool. It was a cool moment. And then I had a hell of a show on the way back. So I left like at 3 a.m. and then by the time I got to Colorado, I had a hell of a show. Hell of a cool show. I would say I sent you some of that, Rebecca. But
I can play that while they're waiting on this to upload. So is
was,
that a tornado? I'm just wondering.
it's looking like it's dropping down for sure. Yeah.
Doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah,
is
it looks
just
like
me?
Yeah, it's
In the
Julian, that's the
distance.
one. That's the one.
It does kind of. Yikes.
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
like it dropped down for sure, and you can see that debris right at the bottom of it.
Yeah, you can see it spinning.
Yeah. But everything went well in New Mexico. I did everything I had to do. I got to see some of my aunts, my cousins. That was really nice. I didn't have much time, but I got there just in time for my aunt to make me some fresh. I'm Mexican, so fresh tortillas. Right off the thing. She made me some dinner. She always spoils me when I'm there. So to Valentina, thank you, love you. We'll see you next time. But she was great. I had fun. I had fun out there.
I'm totally
Good.
jealous.
Right.
And are they aware of the planets?
We were talking about it, but they're limited when it comes to that particular aunt. She says this. She says, "I don't know the difference between East and West," and she really doesn't. Like she literally does not. So she's interested, and we talked about it. She'll pick up an interest, in because I'm her nephew, but it's
Something that still has
it's a
to grow on
passing
her.
thing, it's a passing thing. I think someone like Taylor, like he gave it a chance, but it just wasn't really for him, and then he kind of just moved on, kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
That is sometimes how people deal with things. They step around it because everybody hopes it doesn't happen to them. But unfortunately, we've been watching that it is worldwide, and it does affect everyone. And we're going to have a big dose of that this year. I'm absolutely certain that with the onset of this super El Nino and the Pacific Ocean temperatures rising come June and July and August, and oh boy, here we go. Now remember, the super El Nino is also going to affect us all the way through winter as well.
That looks nasty, Sam.
Yeah.
It's comparable. It's the size. I think it was in the 1850s. It was compared to the one in the 1850s. And it's
right, but we're going to double the global warming we already have.
The size difference is crazy.
Yeah, it's going all the way from South America all the way to Asia.
Yeah, and honestly, Sam, it almost looks like a planet trail. A little wake eddy that it leaves behind. That's kind of what it looks like.
It's the center. It's the equator, and this larger star is going to be shining on the equator, and that central band is going to heat up so much, it's literally going to wipe out the trade winds
If it hasn't already.
if it hasn't already. Which is part of why they're complaining about the AMOC on the other side on the Atlantic. The Atlantic flow has already changed, and what's going on with the jet stream around Antarctica, where it has doubled, if not tripled, in size in the last 5 years alone. And that weather from Antarctica and the jet stream that is going around on the south pole of the planet is now reaching all the way up into Australia, southern tip of South America, and the southern tip of Africa. And it's also affecting the entire southern hemisphere's oceans, which is also affecting the northern hemisphere's oceans.
Our ocean currents are in deep doo-doo right now.
Violently large
and it's
storms.
it's not just us talking about it. Like, actually, mainstream now is actually acknowledging that something is wrong and that it's slowing down.
All that deep water that was the deep cold water was supposed to come up never rose.
Right, that's right. And as as the glaciers keep melting, you have all that fresh water, dipping into our
the trade winds don't
salinated
flow,
water, which is not a good thing. It is not a good
if
thing.
the trade winds don't flow, then the turning cycle is removed from the above, which stops the turning cycle from below.
Right, Sam? Like I think seawater is heavier, right? So that's what creates that current kind of.
Oh God, you should see what's going to happen this year in the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to see an algae bloom from hell.
Hell yes, it's going to be so warm. It's going to go.
I was really close to this area.
Dying from jumping in the Gulf of Mexico right now. There was a guy that died like a week ago because he hit a
algae bloom. Yeah,
an algae bloom that was like what do they call it? Necrotic.
Yeah,
necrotic algae bloom.
Toxic.
Well, Sam, here's the thing: is that now that I was in New Mexico, I could breathe just fine. Right, my breathing was I wasn't constantly sniffling, and as soon as I got back to Salt Lake,
you're breathing all that.
Water quality here is terrible. I know that, but I've never felt this bad. I've never felt it. Like, my nose feels like I've had I feel like I got a cold. My nose is not just itchy, but it's actually burns, and it happened just a few hours after I got into Salt Lake.
Yep, that is all the salt that's in the air.
You need a dehumidifier.
Yeah, it's particularly bad this year because I've never struggled this much with it. I feel like I have a sore throat. I don't have a cold. I have a sore throat. My everything, my breathing is just. I'm struggling. Yeah. I'm struggling. It is.
We have a pollen move in up here this week, and I have absolutely noticed that we're getting California weather, and because the California pollen comes up here, and I start sneezing and coughing and wheezing and all of that.
Yeah, that's what I've been. The sneezing, the whole thing.
Yep.
I wanted to call it allergies, but my eyes would be the first thing that bugs me. My eyes aren't bugging me. It's just it doesn't have that eye itch that I usually get with allergies. And I've never really been in much for allergies.
You could try the experiment and go buy a couple of M95 masks, and then spending about 3 hours with one on if you can handle that duration.
Well, I can tell you right now, I probably won't, Sam. I've tried.
Well, I'm just suggesting a hypothetical.
Horrible.
But see if.
But here's what I do. What I do. What I do, Sam, is I'll recirculate the air in my car. And it makes an enormous difference. It does. It makes an enormous difference.
By the way, in modern cars, you have to change those filters for your AC.
Oh yeah, of course.
But you have a new car, so.
But yeah, I recirculate it, and then I feel better. But sometimes, because I have so many people getting in and out of my car, I don't like to recirculate it all the time. Because you have all those things that still linger in your car. So it's kind of, so what I've been doing is I'll recirculate it, but I'll just crack the window just a little bit, just to at least get a little bit.
Do you guys have the low humidity issue going on, or? I mean, it is desert dry, bone dry up here, even though it rains.
Bone dry here, Sam. Bone dry. I think that's part of what's going on with me because my whole skin everything. Just I felt like my skin was just shedding everything. It was just there was something different. I don't know, because every time that I go to New Mexico, I feel like crap. I feel heavy. I feel like I'm holding water, and I don't know if it's the elevation difference.
Probably.
But whenever I get back, I usually feel better. But this time I felt better, like as far as like, I didn't feel like I was being, crushed to the ground. But I had other things kind of happen. My breathing thing was just like, now I guess when you leave and then come back, it's easier to notice these things.
Yeah. When you don't have versus when you do.
Yeah.
The last time I came up from Minnesota and I got back to the mountains again, I had a bloody nose from how dry and the altitude change, how dry it is up here versus how wet it was down there.
Oh yeah, my passengers complain about the nosebleeds all the time.
I was going to ask the question, but I didn't want to interrupt you, Jesus.
What's up?
That's okay. We have a question from Thunder. Sam, can you explain if and how the changes in the deep sea oceans are affecting the deep sea animals?
Well, for one, there's a great deal of pressure down there. The mid-ocean bubble has moved, so some of that pressure has changed. The temperature of the water has gone up higher in the northern and the southern hemispheres. So
By
that is
1.5
increasing.
degrees.
Yeah, and it's going to be 3.6 by the end of summer.
Correct.
And that temperature change also allows different migratory patterns. It'll bring up deep sea creatures will come up because of the changing temperatures, and a lot of them have been. And of course, they're sighting megalodons now around the planet. They finally are jumping onto this lake. Well, there's something really big, and it's like 90 feet long, and it's eating boats and people. And
Well,
there's been
didn't they
lot of
have a
reports-
report of a big shark the other day that was supposed to be nearly, I don't know, something like nearly 1,000 years old?
Right. They had also reports that were coming out of Greenland and Iceland that they've got a series of attacks and missing ships that they couldn't account for, that they're now rethinking that all of a sudden, boom, they were being attacked by something big. Leviathans all around,
Can
reports
you
around
imagine,
the planet.
Sam, can you imagine all these changes down there? What it's waking up? I mean, God knows what's down there.
Well, look at the reports of giants, and look at the reports of cryptids, and look at the reports of all kinds of animals appearing that we'd never seen before. I saw that they've got the Tasmanian lion. They've got photographs of the Tasmanian lion.
They're seeing some of those striped. I don't know if it's Tasmanian, but there's one that they've been spotting in Mexico that they thought was actually extinct, but that they've been seeing it in certain areas as well.
But that's happening with quite a few species now that they thought were extinct and are now coming out from seclusion.
Yeah. So Sam, and also we would expect to say the same thing that birds are dealing with, right? Because there's a lot of these sea creatures that are using our magnetic field to travel, right? To migrate, right? Like whales. It's one of the reasons why whales are in areas that they're not supposed to be. Because that tilt and our North Pole is not true north anymore. So I would imagine
not only that, I would imagine that
affecting.
I think the change in the human resonance would also affect the tones and the sounds in the deep sea and the oceans as well. It's like what they're probably like, the bumblebees in the 90s all got blind. They couldn't see because of the arrival of that second star changed the ultraviolet lights when that second star started heading towards our planet, and the ultraviolet light changed, and then bees became blind. So I imagine there's a certain number of deep sea creatures that are now deaf or hearing better or worse. I don't know, but I mean,
well, that depends too. Look at all the sonic stuff that they've been doing in there as well. Sonic discharges.
And don't forget,
And then we've got to look at what effect are the earthquakes having on these animals too, because they're sonic. They're high-pitched frequencies that we can't hear, and they can.
It's such a delicate balance that any little change
And throw everything out of whack.
3 degrees of warming doesn't sound like a lot, when you just look at it on the surface, but it is a hell of a big change for a lot of things.
But it's going to double the climate change we already have.
Oh yeah, and we're just getting started with the warming, guys. We're just getting started.
And then come winter, the last time that we had one of these like that in Montana, we got 11 feet of snow in one weekend in January, and that's going to affect everybody in the winter as well.
Yep, and we are definitely cooling, guys. We are heating and cooling at the same time.
Right. In Alberta, they're having a firestorm and a derecho sandstorm, and in northern Alberta they're flooding because everything's still frozen up there, and it's raining like an SOB on top of all that ice, and that water has nowhere to go. In Canada's weather is insane, and they've got lots of damage going on.
Yep, they just had another earthquake up there too.
I have never, in the time that I've been around Salt Lake, I've never seen such a erratic weather patterns over the last year. I can't believe it's not a major topic of discussion in Salt Lake because it is so erratic.
Even the pathway of Tornado Alley has changed.
It's so erratic that you can't even say it's climate. Like even for those people that believe it's all climate change because of carbon emissions. I mean, even that, the patterns just are way too erratic for it to be anything of that.
Well, I love that they were finally talking about, the magnetic North Pole being in Siberia land proper. I just chuckle over that. And, I've been saying that for, 8 years now, knowing that.
Yeah, well, they're acting like this is new. These are new occurrences.
Yeah.
But we've been talking about this for a decade.
Yeah.
It didn't happen now. It's not recent, guys.
Yeah. And the deserts are green.
Yeah, Sahara Desert turning green. And your desert, the Central Desert in the middle of Australia, is now beautiful.
Simpson Desert is green.
Almost inner spring.
Death Valley is blooming right now with wildflowers.
Yeah.
So
don't be surprised.
Don't believe the carbon bullshit, people. Don't believe that, because they were also saying that this excessive heat that's coming up is releasing more carbon. That's bullshit, because the more carbon that's released from the oceans, other areas are carbon sinks, and they're actually taking it up. So scientists are saying that with some of the weather patterns over the equator at the moment, they're actually carbon sinks, and they're absorbing all the carbon that's being released. Don't listen to the scientists, okay? We've got less carbon in our atmosphere right now than what we did 60 years ago.
Yeah, and we have not hit the carbon sequestration models that they say is due to climate change. And the truth of the matter is the climate change is because we have an extra star. How do you heat a solar system? You put a star in it. Duh, we have two, and that's just so evident. And we've been watching it, since January of 2025, when we've had the reports from the Southern Hemisphere that they were seeing the two stars separate. And we know, and we've been cataloging the separation of the stars, plural, and the weather changes. And, even my neighbors and I, we were standing out on our driveway the other day, and that damn sun was so hot, so fast, you couldn't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, oh my God, I'm on fire.
80 degrees doesn't feel like 80 degrees 15 years ago. It does not feel like the same 80 degrees. In fact, I honestly think digital, I don't even trust digital thermometers anymore. Digital, not thermometers, but those, digital thermometers, I just don't trust them anymore. Who knows? Who knows how well they're prepared for all of this stuff, because I've been seeing some people show a physical one of those with the mercury thermometers compared to a digital one, and there is a difference. There's a difference between both of them. So
the laser one, where you pointed at the ground, and the ground's 130 degrees.
And yet they're only recording 93 or something.
Yeah. So
haven't we spoken about this before? They're all underreporting all of these.
And in the race to make everything digital, Sharon, I think is a big part of that, is because they could control the narrative, because anything digital can be changed just like that.
Well, that's right.
Um,
And who keeps records of things unless you actually screenshot everything?
Yeah. Like I've been watching like all the movies, like on Netflix or whatever, and even some of the old shows that I watched. There's a lot of things that I don't remember. That scene was not like this, so it's so
Hmm.
easily changed. Like you could, if it's
Like the
digital,
Mandela effect.
exactly. That I think that's probably where the Mandela effect came from because I do feel that they've probably been changing little things here and there, just to
But they
kind of
believe that we changed timelines in 2012.
yeah,
That's where they
yeah.
said we had the separation.
Yeah. But that's when things really got nuts, But yeah,
So
I
and
wouldn't
Marty
put it
McFly and Doc
past
Brown, or what?
them. You would be
Well,
surprised what they have done. Because look, even cameras that I use, like if it's a brand new camera, okay, so I like old cameras. They
Yeah,
pick up so much more than these new ones.
right.
They
yep,
pick
That's
up
why
for
they
sure.
so
banned
much
all of
more.
those cameras in
And
2010 and 11.
I never have any issues when I'm using it. I have one camera that I've had for like 15 years, and I keep replacing it with that exact same camera. Right? It doesn't have a Wi-Fi signal. It doesn't have any of that. It's just regular analog. Every time I use a camera, no problems. But then I'll use my phone, and sometimes it'll just bump me off. I have had
Battery dies.
so many questionable things happen to me where I've had a new battery and then before I know it, it's drained,
Do you guys
Yeah.
do you
or it
remember
won't,
back when we were on Facebook, we were getting warnings?
save a lot of what I recorded, a lot of sketchy shit. But with my other one, nothing, no problems.
Do you remember back when in the days when Facebook would warn us that this photo contains sky and landscape scenes?
I do.
Yes.
I remember that.
And
I
do you
remember
remember when people started saying, "My phone works fantastic," till I went outside and started taking pictures of the sky, and then
I
it wiped out my battery?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yep.
is engineered into these phones to stop people from taking pictures of the sky, because we're getting
You know
Just
what
warned
like
on
I've
the
how
noticed?
other end.
You know what I have noticed too, Sam. And I'm a pattern guy. I think we all are here.
Yeah,
I think we're all patterns. We're good with patterns. But what I've noticed is that every time that I'm commenting, on TikTok, I don't spend as much time as I should. Thomas the other day was like, "You need to post more on TikTok." So I was like, you know what? I'm really gonna get my act together when it comes to that. But what I've been doing, I've been spending more time over there. I've been noticing that every time that I comment, I'll chime in into the comments. The other day I chimed into one of I think Rebecca's posts, and somebody was asking questions. Somebody was saying that it's not, and then I answer, and then I'll put like a picture of a planner or something. I have the hardest time. I don't know what happens, but it either freezes on me or something happens and then I lose the post and then I have to go look for it again and then I can't find my picture that I'm trying to post on a comment. It is a mess. Like it is a
it's
whole mess.
frustrating.
Like
Yeah.
all of a sudden nothing works, right? And then after that everything's fine or before, right? But during the time that I'm commenting, it's like everything starts malfunctioning. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like this keeps happening, and it's hard not to notice. It's hard not to notice after
I
happening.
really think that there's algorithms and flags and stuff now
There's
that
well,
AI can
remember
grab us
remember
immediately.
Sam what Rocket Man was telling us that he could actually
Yep.
make a bot that'll literally fight with you. You could add keywords, right? That'll spring it up into action, and then you could add phrases, you could add arguments, you could add basically whatever you want to that bot, and just send it out there, to do its thing. So, yeah, absolutely. All these things, especially now with AI, God, it's the reason why I have stopped arguing with a lot of the people online. Usually, I'll answer more for other people than it is for the person asking or making a rude comment. Just so it doesn't so other people don't see that and kind of get turned off and move away from potentially learning this stuff. But I stopped arguing because it's not even real people anymore. Most of it is bots. Most of it, if not all of it, is bots. I think there's very little actual human interaction on a lot of these places.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah, well-
bots. Tons.
Oh yeah.
And that's where you have to be very discerning, the kind of language that they use to reel you in as well. That's the bit that gets a bit frustrating, is you
It
see
is.
the same speech pattern over and over again.
Again
It's
with the
annoying.
pattern, Sharon. Again with the patterns.
It's annoying.
I think
know,
they're
they're
shutting
still
certain
chasing this-
algorithms down. I think they're affecting certain. There's a lot of famous YouTubers talking about being suppressed publicly, and they see it in the background information. They see it in their feed history that they study regularly. Now, granted,
Yeah.
a lot of those guys are making a lot of money, and they're worried about money, but they are being stifled in a lot of ways. A lot of YouTube things are being shut down.
But how many times have you said that you've had something like 700 views? You go back 10 minutes later and it's back down to 500.
Right.
They
I've seen it
do
over and over
it.
again.
I have seen the view counts go backwards. I have little.
They do it in front of you.
Yep.
I have seen
Well, we saw that the other day with our last, like 2 shows ago, where it announces that it was posted on Sunday, but it was posted on Saturday, and
Correct.
we had a low view count.
Did you notice that
So everyone that viewed before had been
we-
wiped, and now you've got to start from scratch again.
we had a huge spike in views, right? We got up to like 1,600, and then all of a sudden we went back down to like 300-400. What the hell?
Yeah,
What
500.
the hell? That's just
Yeah, we got half the views or 1/3 of the
The
views.
inconsistencies.
Who owns YouTube now?
I don't
Stop
know.
it! Stop it!
Yeah.
Leave our views alone.
Now, well, it could be a
Right.
speech they don't have to pay. They don't have to give you that monthly check.
Come on,
or that,
YouTube.
silver
We need the
flash.
money. Come on, YouTube. We're paupers. We need the
I
money.
don't get it. I don't get it because
But,
it's been
but
higher.
I don't think it's that, Sam, because YouTube would make money too, off of our content. It's just I don't think they want this content out. They don't want this content out there.
Yeah.
100% right there.
But I think this is the reason why I am gonna get on this TikTok thing, because if we all build a community, look, there's Thomas out there now. Thomas is doing a lot of work. He's doing great, and
Mhm.
honestly, he's been kind of inspiring me to just kind of come right out in front of it. It's
there
just
is a
kind-
huge market on TikTok available.
Well, that's what I mean. And if we all just tag each other, and we all just before you know it, we could build that community little by little. So let's tag each other. Let's interact with each other's everything.
Right.
Reposting.
Answer
Reposting
questions. Answer
Yes.
questions. Make sure you interact with the community. Rebecca, I've noticed you are great with that. I personally need to really focus more on
What, tagging?
tagging,
Yeah,
everything really. Like
Trying to
Thomas
remember.
was telling me, just after you post on Facebook, just go to TikTok and post that right away, and that's what I'm starting to do. So
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Good advice. He's right. Look at that.
As much as they are censoring it, there's only so much that they can do. So if we do have the numbers
Right.
out there, and the numbers do start to, there's only so much that they will be able to do. So
One thing I have noticed is, like they'll pull one of my comments down. I'll leave a comment with a picture and it will be pulled, and you appeal it. You can appeal their decision. And most of the time I win the appeal. Like,
really.
I don't even think, I don't think it's a real person checking it.
It
but
really
anyway.
mostly. Well, Rebecca, here's what I think. I think it's like when the video stops just loading and
Yeah.
loading. They just figure you're just gonna skip it and move on to the next one instead of just go back. right? And
Uh-huh.
actually try to see it. I think that's what it is. We'll just get a little bit of a hard time, so probably just forget it, right? Because most people would.
And you hear all these people saying, this is for entertainment purposes only, blah, blah, blah. And I think that sounds hokey. I don't know. I never say that.
Well, we need to start saying for educational purposes only.
You could, but I could say that. That's sure. But what else are they? They're saying something else too. Oh, it's alleged. It's all these, cover your.
Yeah. They're making up all of these words that say it's assumed or it's suspect.
I'm not going to say that. I don't say that.
Because we know this is real. These are facts. You can't take
away.
Let
you be the judge. You decide.
Yeah.
That's the everybody that gets away with stealing other people, farming out other people's stuff, and then not coming to any conclusions and going, well, look at this big beautiful cloud right there. You decide, is it a cloud or is it more?
Did you see one of the comments about 2 minutes ago? The guy said, "Oh, a dust storm." That is not a dust storm, my dear.
We did have a huge dust storm last week in Montana, big time, and it went all the way literally to Chicago.
But the guy was saying we just didn't hit
I saw a lot of that.
Yeah.
And we're going to see more of that. And that already wiped out a huge spring planting platform, people. Literally from North Dakota to Texas. They lost half the seed. They're all going to have to replant their crops this year. Money is really tight. Oh, by the way, farms going bankrupt is up 70% this year.
Well, yeah,
70.
But all those crops were affected by drought and water.
I think that's intentional, Sam.
Yeah. Well, that way,
just another monopoly for food.
The little farmer sells out, and the big corporations can sweep in and buy it at wholesale prices.
Yeah, well, there's certain people in certain positions that will remain nameless because it's both sides. I will say it's both sides.
Corporations have so much money right now; they're sweeping in, buying everything from water rights to farm to you name it.
There's a lot
How
of
much US?
There's a lot of people in politics right now, again, on both sides, that are investing in a lot of this shit.
Yeah, they're investing in the sale so they can sweep in and buy it up.
In fact, there's been a lot of, and this has gone back for a while, Sam, with the farmers. Like, this is not new. Where they're little by little, we're going to be. There's going to be 1 or 2 or 3 corporations that, we're already seeing 80% of beef already in America is
right. Well, did you guys realize that even after forest fires come rushing through and wipe out all these houses and all these mountains after mountains all over the place, corporations are rushing in and buying the burnt out land.
Yeah.
$1 a piece.
Wholesale prices.
They're buying the dip, Sam. They're buying the dip. Yeah.
Right. They're letting it burn. And then they sweep in and buy it up, and then 50 years or 20 years from now, they'll redo all the lumber rights and all the mineral rights, and this is what the fight over Greenland is about.
Money grab. It's a big money grab, and it's
they want to take Greenland so they can get all of the oil and natural resources. Same thing with Cuba. Same thing with Venezuela. They attacked Iran to shut down the world markets.
Yes, Sam, but here's the thing, though. Like, and again, I don't want to think just on the surface, but if you think about it, okay, there's that Japanese professor who's been throwing out his own thing, which is interesting. I think he's a little biased, so I'm taking everything he says with a grain of salt, right?
Are you talking about Michio Kaku?
He's fake. Someone said he's fake.
Well, that one guy is AI.
A lot of his videos are AI. I don't trust him, but I think that some of the points that he makes is something.
Those long AI Japanese guys.
Yeah.
Their information is pretty solid.
There is some factual stuff that are like.
Right.
Look at all the places that this current administration has been talking about. Greenland.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's almost like he's preparing for something huge in the future. It almost seems like right now, like they're securing a lot of things that we will need, that America's going to need.
Well, you know what's coming.
You know, in the next 3 years, Sam, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, like I said, you know what's coming.
We
And
know
I
America's going to get its butt kicked, I'm telling you.
when you think about it from that point of view, Sam, what is really happening? Are they preparing because they know what's coming? You know, are they
They've been preparing for decades.
Are they preparing resources? Well, yeah, of course, but I mean, are they really getting to that point where they're really, where things are really about to happen? Because I mean, just look at the videos that I recently took. Like that is, I have never seen such an illumination so obvious that way.
What did the prophecy say, Jesus?
Yeah.
Between August of this year and September of 2027, we're going to see the most dramatic sky changes we've ever witnessed.
Yeah, we're already seeing. I mean, this again. When I came back from New Mexico, I just came into one of the craziest sky views I've seen in some time. It was Attu's moon past Earth, opposite the sun. That is one of the most obvious illuminations that I didn't have to edit. I didn't brighten it. I didn't darken it. It was as raw as they come. Usually I don't like to do much to it, but sometimes a little bit of haze because of, you know, the sun glare on the camera. This was just perfect. Like it was so perfect.
Before you came on today, we had a video, and it showed Attu and Attu's moon, and you absolutely saw the facial coloring of Attu for the first time since it's gone past Earth. So Attu is getting far enough away now. It's not being dark.
I was
blue,
seeing a lot of stuff.
Purple. Yeah.
As I was trying to get online, like the past hour before I got on here, I was seeing some of the stuff that was being posted. I was like, "Yep, that's what I just posted. Like literally what I just posted." You know?
Yep.
I was
By
gonna
the
say,
way,
here's
great work
the-
this week. I watched your stuff. I loved it.
It was
Here's
a
some
great.
things
It was
for Macy's.
the 20th. It all happened between. It was fascinating stuff.
Wednesday to Friday was good viewing, sky viewing.
It was absolutely amazing.
Wow.
This was near Pagosa Springs, right here. This was right in the morning as the sun was coming up.
Now, Rebecca,
Awesome.
I see
Right
that
after I
drawing.
ran there.
What's it?
That drawing that I sent you
Yes. Let me see.
of the orbit model of how the direction of the asteroid changed. Yeah, it's the last one on what I sent you.
I do have it. Let's see.
Yeah, it is. It is.
No.
It's my lunchtime, guys, so bear with me. I'm eating a sandwich here.
No
Oh,
problem.
you're good. You're fine.
I love it.
This
Look
is
at
West.
that.
10.
Wow.
Yep. An asteroid.
Wow.
Traffic
Awesome.
was crazy at this time, and I'm like, anybody? Really? Nobody? Really?
Nobody.
Yeah, it's literally the size of a moon, then, times 10. By the way, our normal moon right now is the smallest it's going to be all year, because it's at the small extent of our its orbit. It'll get bigger, but yeah, oh God, look at that.
Look at the asteroid.
Attu's moon.
Is that the red asteroid, Sam?
Yeah, in the middle. It's heading vertically down. The cube is in there too, by the way, in the upper right. Right where it says live. On the upper right is the cube.
Yeah, this is east at 3 p.m. So this is basically almost not high noon, but a little like 3 p.m. I mean, we don't have high noon anymore.
Right,
But
and it's beyond Earth because the sun is to our right shoulder.
That's right.
And the cube is at the top of the picture, right where it says live. There's the cube right there.
I see it. But look at that, guys. How do you not pay attention? How do you miss that?
There's the cube.
Look at all the asteroids underneath. Look at all the little.
Okay, and behind that,
think there's even some pizza slices down there.
Yeah, behind that, all the way in the back, just off the horizon, is Nibiru, the dark blue at the bottom.
Yeah, you can
It's
see
all
the
Nibiru.
darkness back there too.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one that is a rare, but it's not going to be that rare sight anymore.
And of course, it matches the drawing.
The drawing. I was asked. I don't know who asked me. He's one of our regulars that comes on here, but he was asking me how he's all. I've never seen the curve so obvious. Did you have to add a color? Did you add a color or anything to it? I'm like, no. That is as obvious as it gets.
Thank you, Rebecca.
We've been talking about this. I said we've been talking about this on the show. How as they've been going, as they're going past Earth, we're going to see these facial illuminations. We've been talking about it for at least a year, guys, or at least the past year. That now, as they hit the halfway point, and they're going to go past Earth, the illuminations are going to be so obvious. So pay attention. Pay attention now. Attu's moon, especially right now, but it's going to be all of them. Right now, we have Attu's moon in full display on the east. At certain times of the day, pay attention. You'll see the most incredible illuminations. Remember, guys,
I'm talking about the asteroid going vertical.
If the angle of light is not there, you will not see it. So if the angle of light is perfect, you get amazing, awesome illuminations. Go ahead.
Right. When I talk about the asteroids under the planets going vertical, it is the middle model. Most of the time, we see the left model, where the asteroids are circling around from the left headed. Now, with some of the asteroids, like the lead asteroid, for example, and the green asteroid, and very soon Casper, they will be headed on the right-hand model, where they are rounding back at the curvature of their orbit underneath the passing rotating planets. And as they move, our outview of them changes. When they go over the head, we see the center model because they're vertically going downward. For the most part, we see them horizontally.
So in that video, which one
are we
seeing? Are we seeing the right model, the one that in the video we just saw, Sam?
No. In the video we just saw, we're seeing the middle model.
The middle model? Okay. So just one thing real quick I want to point out here, because this was really driving me nuts for the longest time. And this drawing right here, even though this is an old drawing, this drawing really set it into my mind, really cleared things for me. This was such a helpful drawing, because what I was really confused about is how sometimes the asteroids seem to be coming one way, and sometimes it seems to be coming from the opposite side. And that always confused me. I'm like, why is that happening? But you have to take into consideration that the planet is orbiting, right? Those asteroids are also orbiting at that same time outside that atmosphere of the planet. So as it rotates, it's going to have it's going to go the opposite. It's going to look like it's going the opposite direction.
In the outview.
When in a circle. And I could not get that through my head for the longest time. I'm like, it was just two opposite directions to me. Was just like this why, like how I spent years confused with that, and it was a little more simple than I thought. The thing is that you have to take into consideration orbitation, rotation, all that stuff. You have to take that into consideration, and it's a cluster screw, mind screw.
Well, the secret to all that is just follow the pathway trails that they leave behind them.
Yeah.
They do, and just follow the eddy. Just take that into consideration. It's a trail that leaves behind. It displays to you the pathway that it has just taken.
If you want to relate that to our solar system, that's when they say a planet's in retrograde, when it looks like it's going backwards.
Retrograde was what that was the word that I was trying to just couldn't come to
find.
Yeah. Which doesn't necessarily mean that they're literally reversed. It's just from our point of view, that's how it looks like,
Yeah.
It's so much more little nuances like that a lot of people don't take into consideration, myself included. Like I catch myself doing little things like that. Also because we have, the Einstein dinner plate thing that, so burned into our psyche that sometimes you got to catch yourself, going back to those old way of thinking, and you have to remember that it's not that way, that it's different, and you have to readjust. But you know, a lifetime of programming, you know,
Takes a lifetime of undoing.
It does. It really does. It really, really does.
Which asteroid is that?
Probably the spiral.
Yep. Neat.
But you know,
That would
there's
be-
a lot of other little ones.
I would love to see
There are
Bill
so many.
Gates as a lab mouse or a lab rat would be more appropriate.
I wonder if.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to ask if Thunda is here in the chat. Like, if you're here, come forward because I want to make sure you're here before I play your video.
Haven't seen her for a while.
It's
And,
time. Thunda, come to the front of the class.
I don't think anybody should be playing with genetics right now on the planet, you know, and CRISPR tech or any of that. And I mean, they brought back the dire wolf. Holy cow!
Yay!
And
I
why?
know.
Why do they
I
want
know.
to bring back
Look at
these
that.
stupid animals for? Why?
Texas.
Because they
Why?
could, because they found DNA that was viable and some frozen ice. And
Because they're madmen.
I saw one the other day where
Yes,
this lady,
exactly.
she brought back some glacial permafrost, and there were, you know, 3 million year old microbes swimming
Bacteria
around.
in it. She drank the water.
Yeah, and go ahead, you know, grow things that we haven't
Please,
seen in
just-
3 million years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please. Go ahead.
Rare.
well, you know,
You could
the
be our
Ebola
great
virus is
experiment.
out.
Oh,
you know.
sorry, you died? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
You know, there's a
Sorry.
huge plague of Ebola virus going on in Africa right now, and normal
Yep.
normal groups are like, you know, anywhere from 10 to 50 to 100, and the cases already are well over 500. And
We've supposedly got diphtheria here right now.
oh, there's shit everywhere.
Oh, there's
No,
crap
you know-
everywhere. Yep.
Everybody,
Okay.
well, yeah. Christ,
Look
they're
here,
throwing radioactive water in the damn Pacific Ocean right now as we speak. I mean,
Yep.
you know, shitloads of it. I you know, I'm my thyroid. That's,
And the amount of
so-
plastic that's accumulating in the Pacific Ocean dump right now is ridiculous. The amount
I
of,
still to
and
this
then
day
the
believe
oil
it.
that they've dumped, and the oil they've dumped in the Sea of Hamas that's washing up now.
Oh, pollution.
They can't
Oh,
sell
yeah,
the oil,
we-
so they've dumped it. Has anybody known about that environmental condition that's happening right now? They're
Where?
dumping the oil
where?
all around Iraq. Iraq have got oil spills all on their coastlines right now.
Oh yeah, all that bombing and all of that that's going on. Yeah.
No, but not just that. They're
They,
actually
uh,
dumping the oil. They can't sell it, so they have to dump it.
To send it down the tubes. Yeah, a lot of it's being shipped up to the north out of Iran on trucks on the mountain roads. Oh my God.
Mm.
Yeah, a lot of really crazy shit going on worldwide, people. Really
And it's stuff
crazy.
you
Just
have to really
absurd.
go and look for.
This week I saw in my notes. There were 2 nuclear power plants that got hit. One
In Iran.
Yeah, one in Iran and one I believe in Israel.
Mm.
I got it written down in there.
One was retaliation, I think.
And yeah, and I can't read my own handwriting. Can you imagine that? I'm
That's
too
what
blind
the
to
drugs
read
are
my own
doing.
handwriting.
There
Yeah,
she
well, you
is.
know, I have to freely admit that me and painkillers don't do too well together.
I was going to say, you're not yourself when you're on your painkillers.
Yeah. Well, not only that, when I'm not on them, I haven't hit normal yet. I haven't come back to reality yet, so I do have to apologize. It's been a little bit useless lately, but
Yeah,
you know,
you've been
I'm
on
doing
for
what I
a
can.
week now, so
You guys, you're not gonna believe.
It's kind of a
this picture.
vacation.
Oh my God.
What?
Hang on.
Okay,
what's happening?
Wait.
What's happening?
grab your
Maybe I
OG sandal.
Go look at it. Maybe I could just go look at it, take it with me. Hang on. Let me see if I can get to it. I saved it, so maybe. Oh, here,
He
maybe
just
this
put
is
his
it.
hand on his mouth and his fix was frozen.
I'm not
like he was
sure, but-
waiting.
It has to be. Hang on.
And I hear the birds outside Sheriff's house.
Yep. And it's come over. The sun did come out for all of about 10-15 minutes. It's grey again now, so.
Yeah, we got little Simpsons clouds floating by here. It is 69 degrees. Sorry, getting cooler already. Yeah, we have another cold blast coming in from off the Aleutian Islands in the North Pole, and that's going to filter down toward Rebecca and everybody in the East Coast and cause really bad weather and more flooding for New York and Jersey and Virginia and all of that. And,
well, you were mentioning last week's
Hang on,
show, Sharon. There was that. Okay, so Rebecca was playing that hour-long time lapse, right?
Yep.
And that was through glass, which I don't think. I got my own opinions about that, but I don't think it was a big deal. But anyways, it was like a 28-degree gradient in temperatures just in a few, just throughout the day. That's what I've been seeing more and more. Like that's been very common here. Like right now it's freaking hot, but by 8 or 9, I'm gonna need a sweater. I know that's just not. And you'll see this if you just pay attention from the morning. And I've been doing this because, again, pattern guy here. For the morning, if you look at the temperatures and you see it throughout the day, they'll fluctuate, even up, even down. It is the most inconsistent temperatures I've ever seen. It is crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe it is not a topic of conversation on the news.
I'm freaking out.
Yeah, I had frost on my windows about 3 or 4 days ago in the morning.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I get out the old window ice scraper.
Snow. I couldn't see. And actually, it snowed here the same day that I left.
Well, Colorado finally got a little bit of winter this year. They didn't have much snow at all, and boy, they needed every flake of it.
Oh yeah, we need it, but is it normal?
Yeah.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
Look at that.
Is that? I know. Somebody say something about this.
Interesting. Rodney says the
What is this?
Depending on where the sun is. Well, that
So
really
your
looks like the skull to
left
me.
shoulder.
Let me blow it up. Let me get it big. Oh boy.
Smiling in that one. I see a smile.
He must be
that
happy
looks
for a
like the skull.
change.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
like,
that
"Yay,
really looks like the skull.
This is fun.
Go in a good mood.
Trying to see where it was located. I don't.
Well, remember Halloween last year? It was big, huge there and scaring the crap out of everybody. And I looked for it Halloween night. I didn't see it. That would have been really cool to see it, but I didn't. But yeah, that really does. It's almost in the right place.
Yeah.
Depending on where the sun actually is.
It's coming up from behind it. So
Right.
look at where the tree is.
Slant going that way above it. It
Then
does.
you got the
now
cutoff.
remember, it's
You
between
see the cutoff
Attu and
just
Uri.
above the red line.
It's between Attu and Uri. So if that white area at the bottom behind the skull is Uri, and the gray area is Attu, I would be inclined to say, yeah, that's probably the skull.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, you can
That's
see the
awesome.
The sunlight on the fence.
Wow. MNK. Oh, it's Nina. AI, Chat, GPT, and all of the other are gimmicks. Real AI is a whole different kettle of
It's
fish.
the virgin though. It's the civilian version of AI, because I'm sure what they have is way ahead. And God knows that we've been talking about that, Rebecca. I don't know how long
Right.
AI's been being
Hey,
used.
Nina.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think they're building bigger data centers all the time?
Yeah. Yep.
More people to control.
I think they're going above and beyond the Call of Duty for something, for an agenda that we're not aware of.
Well, that's what I've been saying, Sam. Like, it just feels like there's some preparation. I mean, there has been, but I mean, it just seems like the preparations are ramping up for something big. in the next few years, I said 2-3 years, the changes are going to be undeniable. Like they're going to be undeniable. Like where people
Don't forget all of it.
Well, this is why they have labels for things like Agenda 2030. They're setting a limit. So what's within that limit?
Yeah, they're building concentration
4
camps
years.
all over the country, people.
That's not real. That's not real. I've checked it
That's
over
Yeah,
and over.
that's not real, no.
Yeah.
Right. Just so y'all know.
See how look at? Can you go back up real quick? Look at the pixels.
comments.
Look at the pixels. They don't match.
No.
Right. Look at the pixels of the city. Look at the pictures of even the clouds just above the city. Compared to that, there's not a match. There's a mismatch there.
And it's been shared
It
47
stands out.
times.
Like it
Yeah.
really stands out.
Help.
47 disillusioned people through AI.
Yeah. 700 people liked it, loved it,
And they're so popular. Those ones.
gonna get-
They are so popular. Yeah.
They're eye candy
Yes.
for people. That's why.
See, that's a real picture.
But real clouds don't look like that. They just never do. They never do look like.
It's too perfect. It's too perfect. Too
Yeah.
perfect. Asteroids.
Yeah, those are asteroids.
Neat.
See another one that's real because it fits the patterns and also looks real.
But at the top heading, it
Yeah.
said, "How many faces do you see?"
Yeah,
This
is a
well, there's always
matrix,
that
man.
one. There's
No,
always
this
that
is-
one.
Faces in the clouds. But I
Oh,
don't care. I don't care. I'm here to look at the clouds. I don't care if they think faces. I don't care.
I didn't even realize
I
it was.
tell you how much mirrored videos bug
I'm
me.
like in
Yeah, I was gonna say
geoengineering
that.
groups. I'm there for the clouds.
Go back up.
You're in everything, Rebecca, aren't you?
Right there.
Oh yeah,
Are those
every
those
group
Star
that
Destroyers?
every group that I run into,
You're in
I
all-
see Rebecca's in it.
Yeah, you're in all the
I
obscure
know.
groups.
Yeah,
You're
Right.
spying on all these weirdos.
I am. For real.
I see
I'm here for the
geoengineering,
clouds.
clouds. You're in all
Right.
of them.
Yes. Yeah, I really am. As many as I can find. I'm in all the storm chasers, all the sunrise, sunset groups.
Yeah.
So
I
Well,
posted
I
like
watch
50
you.
different groups that I've been either invited to or added to or joined over
Yeah.
the years. But they're all. I should probably start adding myself to more of them so I can. Post
I
them.
don't post to all those groups though. I do.
You know,
post
the only
to-
ones that I
don't.
do, I won't
Have a look.
post to like a cloud one or Faces of the Clouds, but if it's
Maybe,
anything
right.
hero related, or even Planet X or anything that has to do with planet, even if it's Planet X, I'll post on there.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I as far as the geoengineering goes and Faces of the Clouds,
That's cool. Look at
wouldn't
that.
be past me. I just never really because I just I don't know. I just never have.
Right.
Probably should, but.
There's
Yeah,
a
I'm
face.
having to get permission to post anything on Facebook anymore. I mean, they flagged me the other day for posting music.
They got you on a short leash, Sam?
Yeah, really, really short.
They notified us the other day that we have to
Go
use
back
PIN
to this.
numbers to talk to everybody in Messenger now. We have to log in with a PIN number.
Well, they started doing that here for a little bit because I have two separate accounts, one for this stuff and then one for family and friends and stuff. So every time that I do, every so often I'll have to put in a PIN to change from one account to the other.
Yeah. Well, started here now.
Yeah. They started doing that about a year ago here.
Actually.
That gives me the creeps.
Get rid of his face, please.
I like Singapore
Ooh.
Sky Spotting
Saying
group.
names.
I really like this one. Everything's Singapore, but I don't know. I looked at
Hey,
your-
anytime you come across me, throw me some invites, guys, so I can, so I
Oh
can
yeah, I
post to
will.
more places,
Yep, I'll invite you. That's a good one.
because I used to get flagged for spam when I would post in different groups. Like by the
All
time
right,
I was
I'm gonna
like
put
on
this
my
away.
15th group, I'm like, okay, well you can't post for
Let's
24
put this
hours
away. Get
because-
that out of my face.
because you
Okay.
may be spam. But now because I've been doing it so consistently, it stopped flagging me. So
Uh oh. All right,
Maybe
guys.
if I had
I'm gonna play
another-
Thunda's video. Thunda.
I was
She's
Thunda's
still here,
still-
hopefully. Yeah,
Patient,
Thunda.
probably.
By the way, I saw that I missed what's her name? Just rebrand.
Oh,
Just
rebrand. Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed
She
you,
was
but
with us.
it was awesome that
Hello,
you
Carla.
actually
Carla Max is here.
stopped by and
Hello.
hung out for a little while.
Really? There she is.
Yeah.
Hey,
Check it out later.
Carla. Good
Hey,
to
Carla.
Hi,
see you.
Carla.
Neat.
Carla's been on the show before, right?
Right. Yeah.
She's been one of the.
I know.
the beginning of the shows.
Hello.
It's time to come back. I know it's been a long time. It seems like a little while.
Miss you too,
Having
Carla.
fun.
Anytime you want to come hang out,
Yeah, you
just
should.
reach out to Rebecca and we'll make it
We
happen.
could do that.
I think it was your birthday the other week. Happy birthday, if it
We could
was.
pull strings.
I remember
Make
seeing a
things
post.
happen.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
and I heard it was Jackie's birthday, so
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Jackie.
happy birthday, Jackie!
There she is.
Chris. I hope you're having fun. Hanging out with.
They won't quit talking. Thunda. They won't quit talking. I can't. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and start her video. So she's only waited like a month to see her pictures. Probably. Okay. I know, it's crazy. Here we go.
I'm gonna need a muzzle.
Let's see.
Cut off Halo.
Yeah, but look how big the lens flare is.
Really big.
Cool.
Not you
Cut
that
off
big.
there. He's a huge cut off there. Wow.
And it's red.
Pay attention to the shaft lighting.
Yeah, there's clues even in lens flares. Yeah.
Well, they're living on those lens flares in a lot of Nibiru groups out there on Facebook.
Oh my God. Absolutely.
The
I love that
Alaska
stuff.
Sky Cam, my favorite.
Absolutely.
Oh, look,
All
you
that,
can
all
even
that kind of
see all the
stuff,
holes.
I feel hurts our credibility so much.
I feel
How to
bad for
take this
them.
topic serious with people posting that kind of crap, Every time you have stuff blow off the deck like that right there, earlier in the day, I'm always paying attention because it means something. There's a possibility of something popping off,
Wow.
Bottom of Saru.
That's that orange tinge from Sarah.
It seems so far away in that picture there.
Cutting off the top half of the sun.
Yeah, but it looks so far away from that angle.
Nina, there's a book about how certain diseases are caused by certain experiences or traumas, life traumas. My brother, when I first moved here with him, he gave me a copy, and I gotta say, it's one of the most accurate books I've ever read. But there is definitely underlying trauma responses connected to certain diseases like cancer, diabetes, and lupus, and et cetera, et cetera.
They're called on-off switches, DNA on-off switches, and they
Yeah. gonna go there.
environment they need a specific environment or a trigger to get them activated.
That's right.
So if your frequency is really low, you'll be dragging your frequency down to those switches.
Health really, if you ask me, starts up here. If this is not well, your body will just deteriorate. And I don't know if
Correct.
you guys noticed that lens flare. It looks like the second sun is in that lens flare. I've been seeing that over and over.
Yep. I was going to say the lens flare, but I missed it.
You do see it in the lens flare. The red.
Yeah,
It's always red. It's always a red sun behind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not advocating for posting lens flares, but there is things to learn in every place, and these are amazing. These are very cool shots you got here.
Awesome, Tara.
Who is it? Not this wasn't
Thunder.
T-Race. Who is this dude? No,
This
who
is
was it?
Thunder.
Thunder. Sorry, Thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder. Look at the dark blues. Always a dead giveaway, guys. Always a dead giveaway.
And then it goes like this. It'll be blue and then it'll go grey. Blue, grey.
But there'll always be that illumination, something shining behind all that. There's always be this great big something shining behind all the clouds. You gotta ask yourself, what is reflecting light, you know?
What's dimming it?
And what's dimming it, and what's shadowing it, you know? See, that's what in the beginning, that's what got me too, was the cloud shadowings. I'm like, what the hell is, what is shadowing the clouds? There's nothing up there, you know, like that to me, it was, oh, look at the circle right to the left. Oh, look at that. But that always stood out to me. That always stood out to me. Like, what is shadowing the clouds if there's nothing up there?
She's got those flame rainbows there. Look.
Get that halo. It's just obvious. And there's that cutoff, you know, 7
Yeah, but look at the cutoff, the top right-hand
I'm wondering
corner.
if they're trailing the hell out of it.
Yeah.
They were. There was about 4 or 5 clue trails on the left-hand side
God,
there.
don't see the planet Batim to the left of the sun. Don't see it. Don't see it.
Just
There are
see.
days that I chuckle and I'm going, I see it so plainly, and the rest of the world is absolutely oblivious to all of this.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yes, and I'll never not be frustrated by that. Never. And that'll always, I'll always be dumbfounded by that. I've learned to live with it. Kind of.
It's weird walking into, you know, the mall or a store or a grocery store and going, I know this and nobody else does.
It is, Sam, and you gotta, you know, the thought of like, I'm the only, like, there's so few of us seeing something so enormous and so significant. It's such a mind screw of epic proportions. It really is. Thankfully, we're all very sane about it. We've all handled this very well. You know, given, you know, the craziness of this topic. Thankfully, none of us have, you know, ended up in a straitjacket, but
and we all keep regrinding.
I have my moments where I'm like, Jesus.
I'm sure we all keep regrinding it over and over and over again in our brains. This is crazy, but there it is. This is crazy, but there it is. This is crazy, but there it is. Over and over and over again.
Yeah, like I was telling somebody, I was telling my aunt. Actually, no, I was telling one of my brother's friends who's been asking me about it. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? You know, just ignore it just because NASA says it doesn't exist? I can't do that. Like, I just can't. You know, just because NASA tells me that my dog is a cat doesn't mean I don't see a dog. You know, I'm gonna take what I see over you know, somebody's stupid writings or some stupid book. I just can't do that. I can't question my own eyes just because somebody else says it's not real.
Right.
I can't do
What's
that.
your truth?
That's right.
What's your truth?
That's right.
That's where we have to learn to let go as well. We've got to trust what we know.
Absolutely. Well, when I've noticed a lot, Sharon, is a lot of people, even though it doesn't matter what I could show them a picture of a clear striped planet, and they'll be like, well, NASA this, well, NASA, who cares? I'm showing you a picture of it. Like, who cares what NASA said?
Boy, you can really see what's
like, at
in
this
there.
point, it is redundant to even bring NASA up. If you're seeing it, I'm showing you a video, I'm showing you a picture. I can show you, I can go outside and show it.
God.
Who
Look at
cares
them
what
spray.
they say?
Holy waste of resources.
Lord. Good Lord.
It's all
man.
going in
God.
all our soil and our water.
That must be a populated area for them to spray that many. Don't see this, don't
Well,
see
it's
this.
usually
trail.
why they do it. Close to an airport somewhere.
Jesus
Yeah, but
Christ.
these are not contrails. These are absolute chem.
Yeah, that's what
And-
we're saying. So they must have united bases around where they can just go release them.
So, while I was out there, I was in Taos for a little bit, which is where my family and were kind of like my hometown in New Mexico. But when I went with my cousin, her boyfriend is kind of he's somewhat of a computer nerd, right? But he was tracking one of the airplanes dropping chemtrails, and there was no transponder. He went to the app and he looked for it, and there was no
wasn't there.
transponder on it. There was no transponder on it. There was nothing.
They
It was
turned
just a
them off.
ghost. It was a ghost airplane. There was nothing.
Yep.
Nothing to track it. Now, if that isn't confirmation, guys, I don't know what is, because you can go into the app and check these planes, and they're supposed to have a transponder and all the information where they're going, basically. And he was showing me other ones, regular airplanes, and they had a transponder.
Yeah, the
They
tracker.
even told them the speed that the airplanes were flying at.
Yep.
All the information
In
is
real time.
in real time. In real time, yeah.
And yet you could talk to any commercial pilot and they will tell you as well. They get paid to dump.
Jesus, I can't imagine doing stuff. As I was telling you, Sam, I can't imagine.
How do they sleep at night is what
Yeah.
I can't
I
think.
can't imagine doing stuff like that. Like, we all need a paycheck, but I would never sell my soul like that. I just couldn't. If I
That was
can't,
why I had to leave. I could not be part of that big lie.
if I
Man.
can't see myself in the mirror, I don't want it. I do not want it. I don't need it. No, at the end of the day, if I can't sleep, if I can't look at myself, not worth it. I can't.
Once I
imagine how
realized the
people-
close passing planets were here, I had to go public. I couldn't not. And my reputation be damned, that didn't matter. The truth mattered, and that's why I came forward.
Yeah, and that's what makes indigos. 'Cause I believe that's an indigo trait.
Yep.
Is
Second
that
wave, yep.
we cannot be bought. We cannot be
Nope.
Traded,
we
bargained
can't do
with,
that.
negotiated.
We have this sense of justice, a strong sense of justice that I think the world needs, and I think people like us I think it's an evolution of human consciousness to be that way, because we need that strong sense of justice to be able to change a lot of the bullshit that Earth and the world deals with.
That's why this time is called the awakening.
And enlightenment, and where you can't be bought, you can't be swayed. You realize what you realize, you trust what you know, you trust what you see, and you have to share it as plain. And you cannot lie. You can't lie about this.
And you make new boundaries and you set new targets, and your whole world changes once this information becomes part of your lifestyle.
Well, those little things, Sharon, the thing is that when you look at the world from this point of view, the little things don't matter anymore.
Correct.
You start to really think about what really matters, and what is it that's just a waste of my time and energy. This will change your perspective on everything, and you'll get over your petty little nuances that we as humans have.
You don't get angry anymore. Your values change. The
Absolutely.
things that you hoard or are obsessed with change.
Your relationships with people, the dynamic completely changes too.
Yeah, and this is why a lot of us become hermits.
It's easier for me to be understanding of a lot of the craziness that we're seeing. Not in the way forgiving maybe, but understanding that it's probably more than it appears. But it has helped me look at the world through a wider lens. You know, think bigger. It's made me think bigger. You know, I often use that term because I find that humans, and not just when it comes to these planets, we think very small. We think very locally. We think very small, and I think that's how they keep us. You know? Mittens. We need to think bigger, guys. We need to think broader. We need to think. And by the way, Diana was just cracked me up last week. That was hilarious.
I know it was. Funny. Like, hey,
He just looking at
am I
you
invisible?
He just kept looking at you like, "Hey, lady, what the hell?"
Right, I get the side eye from her. You know.
That was so funny. Her little paw. Oh, jeez, I
Thank you,
Thank you, Thunder.
I'm
Thank
in
you.
the middle of.
Great
I'm gonna
captures.
post it to YouTube.
Great
I'm gonna
stuff.
put this on YouTube. I keep
That
meaning
was-
to do that, like, you know, share our slideshows on YouTube. Like, why don't I do that? So we can anybody can
Carol.
go back and see. So
You started doing it.
right, and then I forget. Somebody remind me. Say, hey, post it before you forget it. Oh, what's this? Oh, thanks, Eddie. Right, I need help. All right, very good, very good. Let's turn that back on. So now what? And I'm going to put Jesus on there too, since I have that ready to go. See, people can have new things to look at.
Cool.
Right. Okay.
We got more. What? So what am
Yeah. It was great. I agree, Robbie.
Yeah, Thunder, that was some great stuff. That was some great stuff. Thank you for sharing.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you too. She's so patient. She really is. Right. Because she sent pictures while I was pretty sick. Yeah, I was pretty sick for a couple of weeks, honestly. So I didn't get it done.
Yeah.
I didn't get all her. You know, there's been delays.
And technical glitches. Don't forget them.
That too.
Man, my internet has been god awful. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's been so
Look
They're
at
on a hole in the sun.
Yeah. That's what I figured. I figured it was an outside.
Now, hey, lady. Yeah, I'm the can opener. That's all. That's my name.
I love
can
the tap, 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 tap. Are you listening? Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, right.
That is so funny.
Oh, hey, Anissa.
And I noticed that Chris was laughing, and I was like, he's kidding. He can't. He just couldn't stop laughing. It was cracking him up.
I know. I don't like that, Anissa. There's so many the data centers.
It's just bad as their wind farms. The data centers are just as bad as their windmills.
Yeah, it's just whatever they got in store, it's dreadful because they're horrible.
They're destroying the environment in front of us, and we can't do anything about it.
Oh, jeez.
I feel like, okay, this is sound crazy, like Earth is like a living being, and like we're just caught in the crosshairs, but they're really targeting Earth. Like they want to just go after Earth. Like they're really trying, because everything they're doing is just horrible for Earth. And then if Earth, something goes wrong with Earth, then of course we can't survive. It's just this downfall. I feel like they're targeting Earth.
Well, you also have to keep in mind that
Right.
a very large part of this is done by, pardon the expression, with these Christian nationalists who have all the power and all of the money, and they think we want to go back to 1950. And this is where the Georgia Guidestones comes from, and they believe that a large
500
percentage
million.
population of this planet should go way down, and they want a lot of us gone.
Mm-hmm.
And
They want to reduce this to 500 million.
It does say to
including
maintain
and,
the population at 500 million.
Easy
Well,
to
yeah,
control.
very large
500.
But I mean,
500,000.
also, Sam, you said it that they weren't gonna come down until there was way less of us, right? That
Right.
they won't be
Right.
coming
And the,
out.
the intervention will not occur until after there's far less of us here.
So it's already, if you ask me, it's already the thinning of the herd is already beginning.
Yep.
It started in
It
2016.
started a while. It's been a while because even if you look at the food that is available to us now, it's still literal poison. Like it really is. And just about all of it. If you're not paying attention, you will have a short life.
And now they're bringing in laws that you can't grow your own food in your backyard anymore.
Shirley Ann's here. Yay.
Yeah. And
Hey, Caroline, hope you're well.
Yay. Cool.
Yeah,
Hope you're doing good.
I think that's been happening for some time, and it's only gonna. I mean, look, the birth rate is way down. I don't think that's an accident either. I think that's all part of it as well.
No country is in making it extra now, with the exception
are
of
all
India
in
and China.
We are in population decline.
Well, look at what the scientists have announced. They can make babies without humans now.
Yep.
Artificial wombs. Yeah,
Yay.
artificial wombs.
They're so smart.
Yeah, this,
Yeah.
We come
Yeah,
from.
I mean,
think
there's a
Caroline.
guy that's noticing that a lot of men nowadays don't have Adam's apples, and there's just all these features that don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Men and female. Their goal is androgyny, really. Like, they
Correct.
just want to be androgynous.
Well, it depends on which faction you're looking at. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that word means.
there's a lot of
means-
powerful
means-
groups all over the planet that are trying
Neither
to
one
change
or the
things
other.
for their opinion.
Right. Oh,
There's-
right.
There's tons of factions going on
Well,
right now.
yeah,
And
masculine features are very rare now. You're
Right.
absolutely right. Yeah, it is, and even and even that high testosterone I used to see from men. When you had a bunch of men in a crowd, where you had that roughness, that I don't see that no more. You don't
The
see
macho. You
Yeah,
don't have macho men
you
no
don't see
more.
that. I'm not promoting macho thing, but that testosterone, it's just not there anymore.
That's what I meant. They had a certain air about them.
Yeah, it's not there.
And now they're just so weak and feminized.
Weakened. Yeah, there's not that instinct that men have. That
Or
whatever
manipulated.
fight or survival, whatever you want to call it, but it's not there anymore. And I think through the food, they've made humans more docile and a lot more.
But not only that, look
Right,
at what
right,
men
right.
used to be capable of. They would take all the heavy labor and all that kind of stuff. Now they're getting machinery and stuff to do it for them. So all they have to do is push buttons now.
Yeah.
Like a couple of weeks ago, the driver for my nephew, they got a flat tire. The guy had never changed a flat tire in his life.
I had
And I'm
that
in there
happen to
helping
me,
him change a
I had
tire in
that.
15 minutes,
It happened to me, Sharon. I had a handful of.
I don't want
college-
grease under my nails.
Yeah, no, I had a handful of college kids in my car when I got a flat tire probably last year.
Yeah.
And they all
Yeah.
wanted me to call AAA. I'm like, just move out of the way. Get out of the car. 10 minutes, change the tire.
Yeah.
They all stood there like they were watching, like they were watching something
Okay.
not normal. I'm like, it's a tire. You guys should be paying attention. I told them, watch me. Your parents should have taught you this. Where was your father?
And how many people pull over on the side of the road when their car breaks down and have no clue on what to even do? They lift the bonnet, or as you say, the hood. They have a look, and then they just walk away thinking, I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore.
Yeah. Most people don't know.
You
how
give
to,
me a 1976 Ford, and I can fix it like this.
Most people don't know how to change oil. Most people don't know how to do a tune-up.
That's why they break down. They don't check the oil. They don't check the water. They don't even check their tire pressure half the time
That's right.
because they expect the mechanic to take it.
My favorite one is when they pull up to the gas station and they're driving a Tesla.
Jeez.
What do you need?
Yeah,
The
then they try to
windscreen
figure out
cleaned?
where do I put the pump into this thing? Where do I put the gas in? I can't find the cover.
You drink it.
Or another good one is putting diesel fuel in a regular gas tank. That's always a good
Oh,
one.
how don't they know the difference?
Oh, I know it. Yeah, and well, You know, I worked at a gas station. I worked for Sinclair years ago at a full service gas station in the early 90s. I think it might even have been the late 80s. Probably the late 80s. And you would be amazed how many people actually drive away with the pump still stuck in their car.
Oh,
You know,
I
and they
know.
rip the hose
And then
off.
there's so many clips
And they
of
rip the
people
pump
trying to
off
put
the
gas in their cars.
You guys, oh my gosh, that happened to me once. I admit, a long time ago. But I was driving and a friend was in the car, and I honestly did not realize that the nozzle was still in the car. And we got, I don't know, like 2 miles down the road, and she's like, looks out the passenger window, can see it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened.
Embarrassment.
Well, you get distracted and you're in the middle of a conversation with someone.
I just got
and you
out
forget
and
one of the steps, and you do it. I've seen it
removed
happen
the
many times.
evidence and took off.
Well,
Yeah, there
you
you
know,
go.
now, Rebecca,
Yeah.
they're actually set up to just disconnect.
Oh, good. I don't know what
so
happened.
it doesn't. So you don't bring the whole freaking
Set
gas
the place
station
on
with
fire.
you. So
Yes.
now it just has a little coupling
Scary.
that'll just separate with pressure because
Yeah.
clearly you weren't the first one to do
That's
It
that.
Oh
happens
my
so
God.
often now.
Well, good.
Well, you know, I mean, how many? I the other day I'm watching a video, and they're standing this kid in front of at a convenience store, and he's like, 20 feet away from the pumps, and he lights a cigarette.
Oh my
Ah,
god, you're an,
Yeah.
you're an idiot.
No.
that's
You're an
wish.
idiot. You are an idiot.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then you've got your mobile phone. People are always on their mobile phones. Is this filling
Yeah,
up
it's
too?
brilliant.
Or
Brilliant.
leave the car on while they pump the gas. That's a
That's a
common
good one too.
Yeah,
And
they're
for those
filling
people
up their
that don't
jerry
realize,
cans.
if you live in a cold environment, the gas fumes run along the ground, and in a really cold environment, those fumes don't dissipate, and you're actually creating a bomb. And gas in deep cold explodes. It doesn't just light on fire; it physically explodes.
Mm.
So
Didn't they
we
have
live
an
in a
incident?
really dangerous
like that?
world.
They had
That's
an
why they don't
incident in,
allow
like, in
hydrogen cars.
China.
If we had hydrogen cars, there would be people blowing up every day all over the world.
Because people are stupid.
Well, it's
Well, you know,
unfortunate because
on
the
these new power
technology would be a lot less conflictive than oil.
on these new power packs, the electric lawn mowers and leaf blowers and weed eaters, they have these power packs that you stick on the charger and you power up that pack with it's got the lithium internal core. Well, charging up that power pack, it actually creates helium gases around the power pack, and it emits helium in the process. And if you were walking by and you lit a lighter next to that thing while it's charging that damn battery, you could explode. And they sell them publicly.
And yet they put all the warning labels and shit all over it. How many people actually read?
I did.
I was gonna say the warning
I did, I
labels
would
are hilarious these days. I'm like it says so much about what brought us to this point where we actually have to put these labels. I'm like, good lord. Some of the ones that I run into sometimes, I'm like, no, like we really need to point that out. Really,
there is that old saying that back in the 70s, we let the stupid people remove themselves from the gene pool.
yeah.
So, anyway, different world.
Nina, the gas is about 450, 480. Unless you're in California, then good luck. But it's even worse.
Like
but
450, 480 here.
You guys get it by the gallon.
yeah,
Right.
We get it by the liter.
That's how it is in Mexico too. It's by the liter as well.
And what is it in
Rosario,
Mexico?
yes.
It's anywhere between $1.80 and $2.50 here for a liter.
I don't know honestly, Sharon. I
You didn't
wouldn't
fill
know.
up?
But I think it averaged something out to like 250. I think, but I let me check it. I'm gonna look that up before I give that information.
Like there's a planet here, Rosario, like that whole thing, that edge, there's a planet, and here's something else in front of it, dipping down.
Yeah, look at that.
So
Another one behind.
Yeah.
What's that planet or moon rolling across our atmosphere? Rosario. Hello.
Right.
It's a new
I know
name.
it's a new name. New name. Good to see you. They're aware of the planets. They know that much. Is Ninja here? I haven't seen Ninja. Ninja.
Mouthwash.
Oh, here you are. There's Ninja. Yes, peace be with you too, Ninja.
It's 130. It's $1.35. What it was is what a liter would be right now in Mexico, and that's because that's because thankfully, how is that? Is that how much is a liter? Is that like half of a gallon?
A liter is 1,000 milliliters. A gallon is what? 3 times that. So
they would be like, about $3 gas then.
Think about it. A pound is what? 2.2 kilos. A pound is 2.2 kilos. So if you relate that to liters, a gallon would be 2.2 liters.
Okay, all right.
We'll just even them
they're
out.
about that $3 gas. So they're slightly underneath American standards as far as that. But Mexico, during their last administration, they invested a lot in the refineries and they nationalized their refineries.
Yeah, they had huge gas prices during the 90s. They had shortages big time in the 90s.
El gasolinazo is what they call them. But because of that, and AMLO, Manuel Lopez Obrador was heavily criticized for all the money that he was investing in it. And now the country's way better off because they're not dependent on foreign energy,
And that's what a lot of these higher ups are trying to prevent. They want us all united under the one sort of.
Yeah. And that is my fear. That is my fear is that Mexico's doing so well right now, but there's some people out there that don't want that. That it's not convenient to them because Mexico's always been under America's foot. I mean, everything was privatized to American companies. And now that they aren't, I'm sure some people aren't happy about it.
Worldwide corporate greed has taken over. Borders and countries no longer exist in certain manners. I don't often mention this, and we might get in trouble for me saying this, but go to YouTube and type in the Panama Papers.
You've mentioned them before.
Huge. And then actually watch the video. It's going to shock the hell out of you.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, all of that in America is always, it's always been underfoot, and it's always been that way.
The corporations have gone global. They're no longer represented only in the United States or in Germany or in Japan.
Well, it's no longer local. It's no longer local, business anymore, Sam. And now we're looking at geopolitics in business as well. Business is geopolitical,
not local. Yep.
Hello, Mittens.
There she is.
But look how many mum and dad businesses are gone under.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
There is no middle class anymore. It's just upper class and poor.
Yeah. And I think that's part of the agenda for these changes that are coming now. Either it'll be easier to control us, without that.
We'll work for food.
Where either you're broke and you're barely getting by and you have to work 2 jobs and you can't afford to quit and you can't afford to stay off, or you're rich and you're one of them.
A Bug's Life.
That scene in that Bug's Life. I really wish that people,
where they run by the crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one of the most important scenes in any movie that I think everybody should see it. Because we really underestimate the power of numbers. We are the majority, the vast majority. And if people would actually,
the question boils down to, what are we going to tolerate, and when is enough enough? And I've been saying that for years.
But here's the problem, Sam. As long as they keep us fighting, Oh, I'm Republican. Oh, I'm Democrat. Or I'm right wing, left wing. As long as they have us fighting each other like that, we will never rise up. Never. And that's the whole point. This whole, especially lately with this whole political circus with left and right, I just can't stand it. And I'm like, they're laughing themselves up there to the bank while you sit out here fighting each other, There's that example they say if you put the ants in the glass, right? They're fine. The fire ants and the black ants, they'll be fine. Shake up the glass and they'll start fighting each other instead of wondering who's the one shaking the freaking can. That's what we're doing now. We're just fighting each other while they're up there laughing their asses off to the bank. And as long as
it brings you back to the Tower of Babel syndrome.
As long as
everyone was united and spoke the same language.
See, the story of that, I think, is grossly misunderstood of the whole point of that story. Everybody thinks it's about greed and it's about this. It's not. It's about how they separated us to take our power away of being united.
Correct.
That's what it was, because they could not control the society as a whole, and so they had to divide us up.
Including labor unions.
I think it started as 12 tribes, right? And we ended up with God knows how many languages now. And there's so much power, guys, in cooperation. Division will always be down here. Will always be, as long as we don't come together and leave our left wing, right wing. I'm Christian, you're Catholic. All this, if we don't stop the bullshit, they're winning, because we don't get our heads out of our asses and say enough.
Well, I have a question.
And be united.
I wonder how actually large space stations exist outside of Earth right now that we don't know about. We have some photographs of Space Wheel going back years, but it was so small and so far away. But I really wonder what's really up there that we don't know about. How far down the rabbit hole have we sold out? Are all those missing scientists, have they been taken up to the cube or to
brings
other
me back
factions?
to David Wilcock, because for decades, him, the Sphere Being Alliance, the Space Force, they have been trying to propagate that idea for decades. That there's craft out there, there's bases on the moon, there's an internal civilization inside of Mars, there's craft all around Jupiter right now.
Yeah.
So,
and under Antarctica right now, that what's going on 2 miles under Antarctica ice, and
then you got a Garth
underground
people that believe.
Could you imagine what they've already found down there, Sam? Could you imagine what they've already found down there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, geez.
Why do you think it's forbidden territory?
God knows what's down there. Oh, I wish I was there. But it would be so fascinating to see what is being defrosted down there and what's popping up. Old technology. Also bad things. I'd imagine a lot of pathogens, a lot of God knows what's down there. But there must be so much interesting.
We're just now discovering the underground Mayan city. There's underground cities in Egypt that we're barely even scratching the surface on now.
Correct.
The underground next to the Sphinx and all that, they're finding all kinds of stuff under the dirt that excavated a small percentage of the reality of what's really down there.
Yeah.
Under the Sahara Desert, for example.
I was going to say the whole of Egypt. There's civilizations under the whole of Egypt. We just do not have the people to excavate it.
Yeah. Or in a lot of cases, even the interest or the, we got to remember, guys, all this depends heavily on government funding, on federal funding. And if federal funding doesn't want you meddling in certain things, you just won't get the funding.
But not just that, there's gatekeepers too, Jesus, like Hawass. He's supposed to be the head of antiquities in Egypt. Now he went to jail for stealing relics.
I don't trust that guy.
But this is what I'm saying.
Blocking any discovery.
Yeah,
that's it. Because they don't want to rewrite the books.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, Sorry, son. Go ahead.
There was a civilization that built the basis of Egypt, an entire complete off-world civilization built the base platforms for everything Egypt is on, and there's a specific name for that group of people, and it's in the clay tablets, and it's the Apkallu and the Una, and it's in the clay tablets, and they were the builders, right? The builders of the original civilization.
Yep, who built on Mars before they came to Earth. This is why we've got the face on Mars and a couple of pyramids that have been destroyed that look like they've been in some sort of situation.
Well, there was the believed asteroid hit on the northern hemisphere of Mars, and in the inland ocean or inland sea, and that water was sprayed all over from a major tsunami and a burn off of the upper atmosphere, and it's visible in the maps. You can see it in the topography that it did occur, and of course it lost the spin, and then it lost its atmosphere because its magnetosphere died briefly.
Yep, it cooled.
And it cooled.
Yep.
And the water went underground.
That's correct. That's why they're looking for it with all these rovers right now, trying to access it.
3i Atlas reseeded Mars. It is terraforming Mars.
But we're not seeing it yet because it's too down. It's on the underside, like we're seeing with the planets. We're only seeing their backside.
Went quiet with 3i Atlas, didn't they? That's the part that I do find.
It may take a decade or two,
Honestly, 3i Atlas was not that much of my interest as much.
It's still around.
The fact that it just went completely silent really makes me think that I might have been wrong there.
It's going back, and it's still doing all kinds of crazy stuff. They just put a classified rating on it, so they classified it so nobody can report on it. They closed up all the leaks. The only reason they admitted it was there was because the amateurs broke the story, and then now they threatened everybody with jail if they say anything anymore because it has been classified.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
And speaking of, back how funding really dictates what we know and what we don't know and what we can and what we can't learn. I was seeing a video from the Thunderbolts Project, how they were saying how most of these universities, they don't. So there was one of the scientists was talking about how when they did some of these tests, some of these experiments, he said it was a density experiment. This is a little above my level of knowledge, right? But it was something regarding the sun. These tests, these experiments to see the densities of. I'm not sure, honestly, but it was all research regarding our star, and all this. And he's saying that when they tested certain things, that they basically blew up one of these machines that they were using to do the things, and it was a very expensive machine. He says we could afford to do that because we were heavily funded. He said, but most of these universities, first of all, they don't have these access to these machines to do these experiments, so we're very
limited. They build them themselves,
or they pull them themselves, and even if they have them, they can't afford to risk blowing them up in the name of science. So the reason, and a lot of people ask, well, if all this was true, why doesn't Caltech come up with these studies or all this? It's because their funding is very limited, guys. Their funding, and not to mention, probably also, the curriculum is heavily influenced as well as to what is allowed to be taught and what is not.
Right.
Funding, unfortunately, we live in a world where it's all about money, and if the funding isn't there, or if there isn't an interest, or somebody stands to make a lot of money, there's no funding. So
they don't care.
They say capitalism has made the world better. I don't think so. I don't think it has. I think it has limited us in so many ways because there's research that should be happening, but because nobody stands to make money off of it, it's ignored.
Again, science is very subjective.
Absolutely.
They want to pick and choose what they want studied.
That's right. That's right, and also it's peer reviewed science, and I don't know if that I completely agree with that. I see why we do it this way. I get that, but the thing is, it really limits us to go outside of the box. You know,
Yeah,
the
but
only
who's peer
research that is
reviewing it?
actually the only research that is accepted or given the time of day is something that is peer reviewed, and I think there's a lot of things out there that go completely outside of what is normal or what is accepted, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you could discount it, but it is discounted. You know,
Avi Loeb tried to produce a document for publication, and he had written a blurb, a last sentence of his observations and what he believed was happening with Atlas, and they said, we refuse to publish this unless you alter that.
yeah, yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
what's the benefit? What's the benefit?
Exactly. Well, looking now, I've been obsessing with clay tablets translations. There's a lot of old now with AI and now with a lot of this. There's a lot of videos. Not all of them are good, so be careful, guys. Make sure that you can look up the sources, make sure that they list sources, and make sure that you could actually verify this information before you take it as factual. But there's a lot of them out there that are fascinating. A lot of clay tablets that people. There's one that wrote a whole dissertation paper on it that was completely ignored. You know, it was very well written. It was very professional. It was just ignored, and a lot of these ones are just sitting there for centuries, old, and nobody's. They're just ignored. There's only either they say it's all just mythology or it's been misinterpreted or all these things. So a lot of it, but if you go through it, and it is fascinating, a lot of this.
But how many people were actually talented enough to read Sumerian?
Exactly, and not to mention, like, I think the word of mythology is almost as bad as conspiracy theories, because I feel like it's kind of a fancy way of dismissing something. Not that not that their mythology isn't a real thing, but I just feel like a lot of times science is really quick to just dismiss it as, oh, it's just mythology. No, it's not. You can't have the same stories all throughout, because if you start listening to these, you see so many familiarities in the stories, in the writings, with other cultures, even Bible verses and all of it correlates with each other. It doesn't matter what region of the world you're on, what religion, what belief system you have. There's so many similarities in the stories that we have passed on generation to generation that you can't call it mythology. You can't call it fake. You can't call it this. You can't ignore that. You can't ignore that.
Science doesn't work that way. Science is black and white.
Exactly.
Science is black and white. It's either black or it's white.
That's right.
There's nowhere in between with science.
Trust the science.
Now he gets it.
This is why I hate Neil deGrasse Tyson. By the way, somebody told me recently that I sounded like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm like, that's not the compliment you think it is.
Yeah, that's an insult.
Come here,
man.
I'll slap you.
I was like, thank you. I didn't tell him that. I don't want to be rude, but because I was
that's where
talking
you
about
turn around and you go. Yeah, that's where you turn around and you go. The Earth is an oblique steroid or spheroid. Use his terminology.
And the thing about science is, it doesn't matter if
There's
you
a fly.
believe it or not.
Bug.
It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. It is. I hate that guy.
It's a giant monster that flew in front
Give
of
me
the planet.
one person that has accurately given us a picture of anything relating to our system, our solar system.
Exactly.
Tell me, just give me something that's not CGI'd.
Yeah. If they wanted to, I mean, look at the stuff we produced on a shoestrings budget, Sharon. And look at the crap that we're getting from Artemis. The crap that we got.
We are way ahead of everything that anything professional's ever even turned out.
Yeah.
I mean, we're years ahead of what NASA was releasing. We're years ahead of our nearest competitor on YouTube.
NASA's probably
we're
watching us
decades
and learning.
ahead.
Look, another spout's
Yeah.
dropping.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
Aye,
that.
aye.
Well, we need to make our own Nibiru movie, guys. Where's Chris?
We'll have
Now we're
Chris.
still waiting.
We'll have
We're still waiting
Rebecca
for the book
produce
to
it,
come out.
and then Chris can direct it, and then we all could be the.
Okay.
We all can be the cast. Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Sounds
And
good
then
to me.
Sam could be the the main character, of course.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're just the minions.
But his his.
Get out your yellow face paint.
Okay.
Minion.
I'm gonna. Wow, it really is dropping down.
Yeah, look, it's going to hit
Yeah.
ground anytime soon.
Colorado.
It's
Colorado.
Almost
Yeah.
made contact.
Oh yeah, and now they're finally acknowledging that Tornado Alley is not at all where it's supposed to be. It's way
Look,
Right.
listen.
More
Wow.
proof that we are
Different
tilted,
angle.
guys. More proof that we are tilted.
Yep. The
It's
axis
trying to
tip
gather
and
rotation.
it's going where it usually goes. It's just the earth underneath it moved.
Yeah. Well, it's
The
Earth that
mountain
moved.
dropped.
It's Earth that moved. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not that it literally moved. It's just Earth. It's just not. It's kind of like the progression of the sun during the winter equinox. You know how it just.
Look at it retracting now. It can't make up its mind.
No.
Well, now that was
But you can see the
relatively
rotation
small
of
one,
it.
and they do that. They only last usually for a few minutes. But now these drawn out, land-based storms that roll across the country for an hour. That's all.
Yeah, they're massive.
Yeah,
Gosh.
Totally different kind of system.
mile wide and that sort of
I would love that job.
Oh gosh, yes.
I would love that job. I know that sounds crazy, but I would love that job. I have
Hey,
weather does not scare me like that. That does. I'm fascinated by it.
I've been in a
Dangerous,
tornado.
fascinated by it.
You
Okay, I
exit
wanna
the
play
car, you
six-
go hang out, and you get around in the ditch. And I've been hanging on a pole with my feet flying in the air and have the wind sucked out of my chest where you couldn't even take your next breath as the tornado goes by. And you're holding on, and you expect to
hear
fly
that,
away.
Sam. I hear that it could actually make breathing a little.
Yeah,
weird.
it actually
pressure.
It's
the
crazy.
barometric pressure drops so heavily
Right.
around you when you're in proximity to it, it actually rips the air out of you exhale whether you
Oh.
want to or not, and then you
Yeah.
cannot physically take your next breath.
Look. Now look.
What? Has that made landfall now?
Oh,
Wow.
That looks like a 5 miler wide.
What?
That's
Well, look at the buildings down there. Look how big they are.
That's probably like an F.
Oh, Abilene, Kansas.
F3.
It's a different location. Sorry. I just now.
The other one was Texas before.
is this live or recorded?
Is this live? I know. That's what I'm wondering. It's live on YouTube.
Wow, like live right now.
Yeah, they say it's live.
Let me go back. Sorry. It was this one. No, not that one. Sorry. Oh, great.
I love
Here. No, not that one. Where did I
That's
find it? This one. No, not that one. It's gone forever.
Oh, yeah.
It'll
Go to
be
your
in the
history.
history.
Weren't you just playing it? Just go to your history.
Yeah. Oh, history. That's a good. Hopefully it's there.
I mean, you might have to refresh it, but it shouldn't be there.
But
Should be
does
there.
history show you're live?
If it was a live, it should be under the lives. Yeah.
Yeah, that one right there.
This one, Ryan Hale. Is that was one that we were
Here
looking
we
at? There's
go.
one after that.
Wow.
It was this one. Storm.
Scroll
Real
down,
Chase
look at- yeah, look at
headquarters.
the
I
date.
don't think it's real. I
15
think.
hours ago.
Yeah.
All
Started
right.
streaming
All right.
15 hours ago, so it's live. Yeah.
It says 10. It started 10
It
hours
started
ago.
10 hours ago, but it's live
It
right
still
now.
started streaming
it?
10 hours ago.
So it is live, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It usually has a little button on the screen that says whether it's live or not.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's live.
Huh.
Wow.
But is it really happening now? Like, are they just showing videos live?
That's a
Well,
good
look
question.
where your red dot cursor is. It's not
Uh-huh.
recorded. It's actually live.
Right. I'm just wondering, is this happening right this minute? This.
It's not recorded.
So
It's live.
wherever that's located in
Let me
Kansas.
look that up. It says Abilene, Kansas.
So
I
what's
might
your
keep
time
it-
there now?
I was gonna say it's 9:44. It's too daylight to be right now, but it's 9:44 p.m.
But you guys are moving into summer too, so
I mean,
you'll have
yeah,
the extended daylight.
maybe.
No, it's getting rain wrapped.
I will check the
There's
radar.
Rain
I'll
building
check
up around it, and you won't be able to see it before you know it. But it's going to keep going because it's definitely on the ground, and it's now going from category 3 to category 4.
Yeah, look at all the debris in there.
I mean, right now in Kansas, there's not much going on the radar.
It's still daylight here at 8:44 in Montana.
Can you see, like
And
right there?
north of you.
There's nothing going on. There's Kansas right here. This is Kansas. All that area.
Look at all that dust.
Yeah, look at it, disgusting. Breathe that
It
stuff.
goes off the ground in the vortex of go all flowing into off the ground and going up through the. Yeah, that's a dust storm too. Look at all that lost topsoil.
Goodbye,
Dry,
crops.
dry.
Gosh, what a mess.
Yep. We ain't in Kansas no more, Toto. Oh, yes, we are.
You boys aren't going to be eating this week.
Watch my-
No week this week.
Now they're in Texas. Oh, see, they're just jumping all over the place. I don't know. I feel like whoever this person is, they are live but showing videos. of storm.
I sort of have to tend to agree with you if they're jumping around this much.
Uh-huh.
They're not
I
going from
what's
location to
happening.
location.
Right.
Surely.
That's cool. All right. You know what? I'm going to show David's pictures.
Yeah, you were
Okay.
going to a minute ago.
David, here we go. David sent pictures. This is what goes on in Scotland when I'm not looking. So let's see.
Chris is in the chat.
Is he? Oh, hey, Chris. Awesome. Pre-recorded. Yep. Oh, okay. Yep. That
Thank you,
makes
Chris.
the most sense to me too. Look at that.
Look at the waves.
I know. Like the only thing that looks like that is asteroids.
Asteroids. Yep.
Basically, you know.
So
Correct.
defined, aren't they? What's happening there?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not even going to tell you what I think.
Is that supposed to
What?
be?
What?
Yeah.
No. You can't tell us.
Is
What?
it a spiral
Is it-
asteroid crossing in front of the sun
I was going to say, is it coming down like this?
and swooping in
But
and
it's
around?
definitely an asteroid in front of it.
Huh?
Yeah. Is it the spiral
But
coming
which
in front
one?
of the sun? Well, we saw last week or week before the spiral asteroid definitely crossing in front of the sun. And
Hmm.
then we saw Lorraine doing that
Wait.
also. And there's a whole bunch of smaller ones as well. And if it's directly in
Yeah.
front of the sun, even after dark, it'll be illuminated.
So what
course it
part
will
is
be.
the sun? I guess I'm not catching that.
Well, in this one, it could be being illuminated up in the darkness from the sun, even after the sun is down. If it's
Mm.
close to Earth, it could be highly illuminated in
Like
the pathway.
Peanut.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
big pink thing.
Okay, boy. All right, interesting.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
There's that one too, right? I guess David is here. I should have asked him before we started. This was all he sent. So those are cool, David. I like these here. These are fun.
Yeah, those are the bottom area is asteroids,
It
and
is
the top
like a
area
peanut.
is the sun at the bottom of a planet.
Yeah. Right. Awesome.
Probably the edge of
Okay.
Erie.
Yeah. Makes
Dry
sense.
throat. Time for Ricola.
Okay.
Ricola.
And I'll wait till Jesus gets back.
Yep.
See, I don't see David chatting. We'll see if he shows up. Jesus shared a short TikTok with me, a TikTok video. So I'll wait till he gets back and I'll show you that.
I keep watching his door being partially open. Even behind his back, I'm waiting for some ghost to open and close that door.
Oh, no.
I have so much paranormal, PTSD from all. There it is. It's okay. It's Jesus.
It's strange, isn't it?
Paranormal PTSD, something to continue to happen, on our live show.
But there's just little things. You think to yourself, that's a bit unusual.
Well,
It's not
that
out of the
scream,
ordinary.
that paranormal scream was really insane. And then Terror was filming, and then we had the multiple radio channel signals from the ships, and then the whispering and all of that, and we had another
The cardboard
scream.
box being scraped across the floor.
Right, that one, which I still think was also another scream.
You still watching all your paranormal stuff?
Yeah, I'm watching Lee on What Really Haunted, and he's been very stoic for like 3 years now, but he's actually starting to jump and get there. Family's gone, and they're living all the time. They're going to stay at grandma's house regularly, and you can't fake what he's doing because his dogs are even seeing it. And the shadows, there's no way that this is CGI or AI created, because when you see those shadow creatures walk across the room and you see the vortex develop on the wall, you can't make that shit up.
Yeah.
If you want to see a
I think we
really,
mentioned
really
before.
strong paranormal show, look up Really Haunted. I don't know.
I
If
think
that
we've
was my
mentioned
house, I
before
would-
about the shadows, how they hide in the shadows.
Well, I see stuff in my house all the time, and it's just unbelievable. And it's
Corner
just
of your eye
non-
stuff.
ev-
Just a
every
second.
day. Every day I see 5-10 times a day. And like when the cat was even playing with the blob.
Yeah.
So those are real
Yeah.
people.
That's it. Ghost adventures. I know.
And some
Everyone has
houses,
a story.
some houses have some really unusual properties to them where they just attract a lot of spirits that come and go and come and go, and they're always, I'm sure they're even at Walmart, standing down on the street corner.
And no doubt
Nobody
they're
else-
everywhere.
Yeah,
we
nobody has
don't
to
know.
die in that house to have a ghost walk through it, or 20 or 30 a day. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm trying to convince my dad to go down to Picton Tunnel, because it's the most haunted tunnel in New South Wales. But you can't. Nobody will stay in there because it's so haunted.
Do they have a reward for people that stay overnight?
No,
Oh, okay.
just a lot of guts, I guess. But there's been a few stories come out of that place. A woman profile stops you halfway down. You can't progress all the way down the tunnel, and other strange things.
The lady in white and all of that, or in the green, or in the red.
The reports, but they say everyone sees entities differently. That might be just how that person identified. I don't know. That's why I want to go have a look for myself. Come out, you. Come on. I'll take you on.
Yeah, and she shows the road. I don't know how many times I've been driving down the road, and there'd be a ghost standing in the middle of the road, and you drive right through them, and you can see them go through your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
Numerous times it's
Ghostbusters, huh?
happened.
It would be very unsettling.
Oh, it is, especially
like
when they're right
Ghostbusters.
beside you in the car, and then they go out the back. Whoa, you were there, weren't you? Wow, what the hell was that?
Yeah. I don't
What
know.
about your armrest that continually comes down all
Yeah,
the
it
time?
did that. I said that last week. It happened again last week. I went to the post office, and I had gone to the store prior, and I put the milk and the groceries on the seat right beside me in the passenger seat, and then I went to the post office, and I came out of the post office, and I go to put the letters next to the milk, and the armrest is down again. Like, how did that happen? You know. And again, my computer keeps, my car computer keeps going. The person in the back seat needs to buckle up.
Mm-hmm.
It happens all the time. There are times I feel like I've got a passenger riding along with me when I'm in the car by myself, all the time.
And then
Tell that to your mechanic and you'll go, it's a sensor. It's a sensor.
I think they call that the dark passenger, Sam.
Yeah, but it would be, sure, and that would be, the sensor would be all the time, not intermittent.
That's right.
No,
That's
what I
right.
mean is you definitely got a passenger for sure.
Yeah. And I watch a lot of the paranormal stuff. Paranormal Nightmares. Oh my gosh, TV. I haven't seen Omar in a long time, but I'm sure he does a bunch of stuff. The Queen Mary and all of that. Those haunting shows, and there's a lot in Britain. There's a lot of British.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot come out of UK.
A lot from Scotland, staying up in the haunted bothies.
Yes.
And there's a lot of hooey out there too. But
Purple.
the main one I watch is, of course, really on.
There's never a shortage of hooey. So.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It doesn't matter the topic. Like, it doesn't
Read
matter.
hooey. Yeah. Well, oh my God. Again, I was scrolling by through YouTube, and here this guy is popping people's serious acne, and he's got 4 million views. 4 million views. 4 million people sit down and watch people pop acne. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are they that bored?
Yeah, and I saw the one on earwax removal the other day, and I laughed my ass off.
And there's so much. We're showing you planets over here, guys. And,
Yeah,
and
that one was
some
1.2
people would rather
million
watch
views.
a pimple get popped than a planet.
1.2 million people sat and watched this doctor clean the wax out of some guy's ear through the camera.
Well, and also, Sam, look, like I do think it's people's priorities are messed up, but I also feel that that's what's being pushed as well.
Yeah, true, right.
I believe it is definitely a mixture of both, because most of the times that I've talked to people about these topics, they seem so bored. Like they just don't. I don't personally. Me, I would light up. If somebody starts talking to me about this stuff, you could just see it in my face. I'm just gonna light the room with my smile, right? Because it's so interesting, and because I'm so interested, sometimes I expect everybody should be. And
Right, true.
let's be honest, like everybody should be interested. I mean, what could be? But the assumption that people are gonna be as interested as I am has been very disillusioned. Part of all this for me is that not everybody's as excited about it as you would think people should be on such a topic. I don't get that. I don't get how anything could be more interesting than freaking other worlds are moving above us.
And
how is anything more interesting than that?
And all us gathering all this information and proving that it's really, really real, and not coming from some questionable scientist. But the ones that make the big money are the fart spray pranks and all of that. It's like, you've got to be kidding.
And every day,
Exploding packages.
Every day when I see that shit, I'm like, Jesus, we're showing you planets, yet this crap is takes the cake.
Sports pirate videos.
Yeah.
There's been once or twice where I'm sitting there yelling at the TV. I'm not gonna lie. Probably happens at least. Happens to me at least once a week where I'm sitting there yelling at the TV, like, what is wrong with you? How is this more interesting than what we have to show you?
In the 70s, they used to sell sponge painted bricks. So you throw a fake brick at your TV so that you take your frustrations out. They actually were popular for a while, I believe, by Runco.
Chris, I think it's like 10 cents a view after you qualified to get paid. I think it's like 10 cents a view. So you need millions of views to make anything.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, you need millions of views to make any significant amount of money.
I think somebody showed that the other day, and they said it starts paying after 1,000 views.
I think it's like 10,000. I think it's like 10,000. I might be wrong.
Yeah. To really make money, you have to be in the nearly the millions.
In the millions, yeah. Yeah.
Because someone said they made, what was it, $21.70 something, and they had 7,000 views.
Oh wow, that's.
So you won't make a lot of money. But if you've got multiple channels going, like some of these people do.
Well, and see, that incentive right there, Sharon, is the reason why there's so much crap out there. Is because people are just posting left and right. But
this is why people are going TikTok now, because TikTok has an even larger incentive now. Yeah. What is it? You pay $4.70 or something, and they'll promote your videos. You know, what is it? 5,000 videos get posted of you. So the more that you get looked at, the more clicks, you get more money.
Yeah, well, and that's the incentive now of misinformation. Why nobody gives a crap anymore what they're posting. I don't know if you've noticed, but rage bait is a big one now, and I see so many people fall for it. And I'm like, myself included. I've called myself like, yeah, I'm not gonna interact with you because I'm just gonna get bombarded with this kind of crap more and more. So,
and that's right. You look at it once, and the whole algorithm starts feeding you same bullshit. You can't avoid it.
Yeah, and then you can't get rid of it, right?
You know, Chris, it wouldn't be too hard to make a successful channel these days. To make a successful something, you just think of the stupidest thing that you can do that causes shock and awe, like earwax removal. I'm sure that if you actually started recording yourself doing that, I'm sure that you could pick up a lot of followers and pick up some pretty decent traction. I'm
going to start chopping my toenails on live now. You've given me an incentive to do something different.
You know,
Rebecca, you can paint your nails live.
Yeah,
I often thought about that, and I was like,
you shave your legs.
Yeah, I thought about that. I'm like, what if I just try just out of just to experiment, just to see how far I can take a stupid channel and see how far it can go.
Yeah. Start applying makeup.
Stream the cat box. No, you live in the cat box for owners of 3 or more cats. You put a camera on the cat box just to film them going to the bathroom.
Well, look at that cat. Did anybody see that cat? He was pretty famous for a while on TikTok. It was a psycho cat.
Angry cat.
The owner would the cat would just go run around the city, right? And the owner had a camera on it, and he was an asshole. Like, he was such an asshole because he would just go fighting. Yeah, he would just go start shit with all the other cats for no reason. And that thing blew up. That thing had millions of views of people watching. Yep. It's probably still pretty popular, because I'll tell you, I watched it for a second and I couldn't stop watching because this freaking cat was just going around the neighborhood bullying every freaking cat it could find.
That's why I was telling Rebecca.
Yeah, it was
she needs to film Rebecca's cat food bowl. She'll have 1 million viewers before you know it.
We're gonna have to get Rebecca
24-hour live.
We're gonna have to get Rebecca like a cat cam.
Yeah.
See how that goes. Maybe we can up our views if we do Rebecca a cat cam. Yeah.
Cat cam. Yeah.
I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look into that.
Cheap enough now.
We can do that.
Yeah, they're cheap enough. You can get the cams now, very cheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah. You just plug them into your phone and let them go. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Just plug them into a source and just let them go.
Yeah.
You know, to say, I'll watch Diana again. I'll definitely watch that. That was hilarious. Yes. That was entertainment right there.
But they're nice looking cats, so how can you refuse?
That's right.
That's true. That is true, of course.
That was hilarious. That was funny.
I know. There's one sitting right here by me right now.
I noticed, Chris, that you couldn't help it. You were really.
Oh, look at that one!
That had you cracking up. I noticed that.
There he is. What do you think?
I think everybody thought you were laughing at other stuff. I was like, it's the cat that has Chris going nuts, laughing. I just noticed. I was like, he kept laughing. I was like, he's not laughing at the conversation. It's the cat that has Chris.
That must be a male. Is it a male?
He's my only boy cat.
Ah, your only boy cat. You can tell his features are different.
Yeah, right.
Well, guys,
You
unfortunately,
can't see him, but his
I'm
little tongue is hanging out.
Yeah. I was going to say
Yeah.
the same. You're going to make an exit?
Wait,
that's not Diana,
Wait.
was it?
1 second.
No, not Diana.
That's her dad.
That's her dad.
That's Skinny is
that's her old
Diana's
man.
dad,
No shit.
and Princess.
You
is
want to
her
keep us here
mother.
for a minute, do you, Rebecca?
I'm gonna. Yeah, 1 minute. Here comes a TikTok that Jesus made. I want to show you.
Okay.
There it is. Yeah.
So, yeah,
The finger, the famous finger.
Yes.
look at this guy. This is So I made a video with my other camera, and then I left my small camera time lapse in it, and look at how it's moving away. It can move away, guys. If this was just a cloud, an anomaly, it wouldn't hold its shape and get smaller as it moves away, because that's what you would expect to see from a circle. As it moves away, it gets smaller and smaller, right? Same thing. You know, if it was clouds,
Again, Atu's moon.
it would have
Yeah.
evaporated.
Texas cube is in the shot.
It is.
Awesome.
The asteroids on the left.
Yeah.
Texas cube on the right.
That's awesome.
Those white dots
That
are
is
really
awesome.
interesting.
Aren't
On
they?
the right there.
Is that,
But see how it's going past Earth, guys. This is why we're seeing it illuminate so well. This is why
And
it's
the
so illuminated.
purple.
This is why,
Yeah.
and you could actually
Nibiru
see
is in there.
you could actually see the purple there. As they're orbiting past Earth right now, which Atu and Nibiru and Atu's moon is on that side of Earth right now. We're going to see these facial illuminations, guys. Pay attention. This is going to happen
Better
way
and
more
better and
often. It's going to happen more and more often. These illuminations. These were very rare. We usually see just a crescent, just a small part of it, but a full facial illumination like this is
And
awesome.
the color and
Yeah.
the little stuff and how
Like,
bright
this
white
is-
that blob in the right hand side middle is. That literally is
Yeah.
probably a starship.
Like, I can't call this a
It
dark
looks
side
like
anymore.
one.
This is not a dark side. This is a light side, guys. I might have to change my format and go back to light side instead of dark side now, because this is what's going to happen. This is what we're going to be seeing more and more often, guys. So
Yep,
pay
that's the
attention.
We were
Excellent.
waiting
Sure.
for it.
Excellent
Now it's
time to pay attention, to make your time lapses, and it's a great time to learn, guys, because up until recently we've had to train ourselves to see the dark sides, because it's much more difficult. But now that they're being illuminated, it'll be a lot easier for you to learn this stuff, because you could actually see with the naked eye without like, for some of us, we've done it so long that, you know, it could be invisible and we know it's there because we know what to look for. But if you're still new to this and you're still learning and you're trying to get on board with this information, now's a perfect time, because the learning curve is going to be cut in significantly in half, if not more, because these facial illuminations are going to be that obvious, you know. So keep
Rise up or smaller over time.
Yep.
That's right. Keep looking up, guys. It's going to be an exciting time, bittersweet. You know, the asteroids, I feel, are getting much closer and may see more electrical discharges coming off of them and all that stuff. But it is a time to pay attention, not just for entertainment purposes, but for safety purposes as well.
Sure.
Remember, try to remember, guys. I have to remind myself sometimes when I'm out there that this stuff could be dangerous. You know, I'm having a blast watching this stuff. We don't spread fear here. We don't. Just awareness. Be aware. You know, be just aware. I've never been fearful of this stuff. I always find it fascinating and entertaining, and just what a show. But it does come with significant consequences. So please keep that in mind, guys. You know, this is dangerous stuff, you know. But
don't get out there storm chasing like the others.
right. Don't take any chances you don't have. And also, if you notice my last video, I'm showing people how I'm recording. I'm not driving. When I'm driving, I put my camera on my window. I don't know if you guys saw in that time lapse. One of my last videos, I'm showing how I have my phone camera, but I also have my other camera sitting on my door. While I'm driving without. It's recording, but I'm not taking any risks. Basically, what I'm saying is be safe, guys. If you're going to be out there recording this, guys, be safe. I have a handheld camera. I could glue it. I could stick it to my mirror, or I could put it. I have these little wedges that I put on my door. So every time you see me driving, either I'm holding the camera with my one hand because, but other times I just have it wedged or stuck onto my mirror because we don't film through glass. But safety is priority, guys. Be safe out there when recording the skies. Don't get too caught up watching up there. I was hearing what's his name? Texas dude was talking about it. That he's kind of nervous now when he drives because it's hard to not focus on what's happening up there. Try to don't get too enamored, guys, because it is it could be very distracting. So
Shopping mall parking lots, people,
That's
where
right.
you're parked, and you got shopping mall 360.
That's right. But all right, guys.
And then
I
all
better
these
go.
bands flawless.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice to hang
Right.
out. Nice to hang out. Sam, it's great to hear you. You sound better. I know the recovery part is gone. Is difficult. Speaking of which, my brother went on with his knee surgery, and he seems to be doing fine so far.
Good.
I mean, he's
Wow,
really
good.
bruised. He's really bruised up, but that's kind of expected. But everything went smoothly. Hopefully, it all goes well. But I mean, so far it seems good. So anyways. But all right, good night, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you,
care.
Jesus.
See you next
Thank
week.
Have a good week. See you later.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I think I'll follow suit.
Bye-bye.
Anyway,
Yeah,
good to see
Sharon,
you here. I lasted 7 hours. Woo!
I know.
Cigarettes, seven
The
hours.
record.
Well, you have a good week
Yeah.
too. I'm glad to see you feeling well.
Thank
And all
you.
our sky watchers. Yep, eyes to the skies, guys. Have a good one, everyone.
All right.
All right,
Thanks,
take care.
Sharon. Bye bye.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Next week too. Yep. There they go. All right. Here we are. Oh, here's a box of kitty cats. Meow. Meow. Anyway. I know. No shortage. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? 7 hours, 10 minutes.
Yeah, and lengthy enough that we could, now that we've run through our material, we can wind it up.
Sure.
And I'd like to thank everybody for all the great donations that you've sent. And they're on their
Yes.
way here, I understand. So I appreciate
Yes,
the
let me
well-wishing.
Put this.
People were asking me
slide
if the
in
ring
here.
healing was working. It seems to have been. I went through the
Good.
surgery amazingly well. It was the next couple of days afterwards that it kicked my butt. And I'm sorry, everybody, I wasn't online much this week, but I was doing a lot of, I was really
Healing.
uncomfortable, and I wasn't good company.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Thunda. Here's Sam's address for
Yeah.
Get Well
the
cards.
question?
Donations, Get Well cards. And yes, Thunda had a question. Let me go back and get that.
Right. They wondered if they could use me as a reference. If
Yeah.
you're brave enough to, absolutely, you can quote me. The teacher might go, "Who the hell is that crazy man?" But if you'd like to, go
Do
right
it.
ahead. All this information we share, free source. It's on the internet, and you can quote me. And I would actually encourage anyone out there to try and prove me wrong. I would love to be wrong right now. And
Yeah.
you use me as a resource, absolutely. And you can say you have personal. We know this guy, so whatever. And then maybe that teacher will actually buy into it or have a good laugh, one of the two. We know we're right. We've done this for Rebecca, 16 years now.
A
The
long
kids
time.
grew up
Right.
on this. They roll their eyes
Yeah,
every time I say,
that's
"Oh,
all they
what
know.
can I do?"
They're
Yeah.
babies. Right.
They're so bored with it. It's crazy.
Right.
I want to do
Oh,
Dragon
yeah.
Ball Z, Dad.
Cares?
I want to play,
Right.
Minecraft, that kind of thing. So
Right.
yeah, I'm glad everybody was here, and I will get better. And I would appreciate a card, and I would appreciate a donation.
There's
and,
a GoFundMe still up for Sam
still
as
up,
well.
yes.
GoFundMe.com.
and it's posted on
and
Montana
type in his
Skywatchers and a few other places.
That's easy. So
And I
yeah,
guess what I have
that's
to do is
Sam.
type in donations for Samuel Hoffman on GoFundMe. I don't know how that works.
Basically, right. GoFundMe.com.
And a lot of nice people have donated. Thank you.
Right. Helping you cover your cost for all your surgery.
And of course, I'm getting a dry throat here. Wow.
I know. Good timing, I guess. It's not really good, but
And I'm
good
sneezing,
timing.
you know, pollen. Woo.
Right. My
Sorry, right
I
in the
got
middle of
sniffles
sneezing.
all the time. I guess I'm allergic to something. I guess I'm just always sniffly. So my nickname.
Maybe I'm allergic to winding up the show. I don't know.
That it's over, right? Well, it'll be over for just a moment, and then we'll be right back at it before you know it. It'll be Saturday.
Yeah, it's quick. It's quick. A week goes by so quickly.
It does
And
fly by.
it'll be June before you know it. Shiloh's birthday is next week, and
Okay.
thank you, Nicole, for the birthday card for Shiloh. She loved it. Got a Star Wars card. It was awesome.
Ah.
We're gonna save that
Oh,
one.
Good. Fun,
That was a little,
right?
you know, I think R2D2 was singing "Happy Birthday," so it was funny.
Aw. Well, good. And yeah, DJ, actually, it's in progress. Like it's not done, but I had it started. Our outro. I mean, it's a lot of work to put together.
Yeah, and not only that, Rebecca is
Get
very,
video
very
like
busy
that.
doing a lot of other things during the week too. She's very,
I'm
very busy.
spread out all over the
and we
place.
thank
But
you.
yeah, it won't. I mean, I told Carol Ann last week. I'm like, it could be this Saturday, but it's not. But I want it to be so good. You know, I can't just throw anything out there. It has to be like meet my expectations. So
So
be
it'll be
patient,
like
but it won't be long.
the
Sorry.
30th when we come back again, right at the end of the month here.
Yeah, let's see. Yes, you're right. The 30th. And then we're in June. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
Somebody else mentioned June something. I'm like, well, that's a long time from now, and it's not.
yeah,
It's
it's
next.
not. They raised my rent, and I got to write another damn check. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's that time.
And my taxes, and oh my god! And so people donations are very needed right now. Even if it's
Right.
$5, mail me a letter, drop me, 50-cent stamp, or excuse me, 75-cent stamp. Drop me a line in the mail, and you'll get one back.
It does add up. It's people, because I know how it is to be like, well, what good is my $3 or something?
Make-
Really, what good is it? But if 20 people did that, see how good that is.
Yeah, I can
You
buy a
really
bag
have
of
it.
groceries, or I can pay for some gas that we don't have because
It's,
they've
really
cut
adds up.
they've cut everything on everybody, and I know it's tight for everybody. But even a few bucks actually lets me know you care, and then I keep
Right.
going. It re-energizes me to hear from you guys, to think that
Nice.
this is important to you, and that way I'm not out here in my Montana cave thinking I'm a nut job. When in actuality, people, this is a lot of work that Rebecca and I have done for many, many years. And we would never, ever even make enough money to actually pay for the multiple, I'm choking on my Ricola, the multiple hours of work that we've been involved in this. So anything and everything helps, and thank you for all.
I calculated it once and I forgot.
Oh, God, yeah.
I already forgot. But it was like 10,000 hours or something insane.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
lot.
underestimated, and I got well over 75,000 hours worth of research time. And over 16 years, and that was literally like years ago that I did that. So I probably doubled that by now.
Right.
Yeah, if we
Probably.
had $1 for that, we'd be wealthy. If I had $1 for every
Oh,
hour
man.
I put into this. Oh my god!
Yeah. Oh my
I could
goodness. Just
retire.
$1. I know.
I could go to the beach someplace. I could drive. I could afford to drive to
be bad.
Missoula. What a concept, huh?
Yeah.
All 20
know,
miles
big
to
dream.
Missoula.
I know.
Yeah, I keep seeing
For
all of
real.
these, commercials on TV about somebody, going, to Japan or Cancun for a vacation or whatever,
Mhm.
or Memorial Day barbecue. I can't even afford that. So I mean, who can even afford to buy meat?
No, I know. I think
And so
most people are in that range. You know what I mean? Especially us in our circle. I
More
feel
than
like
our.
we're all kind of about the same. In the same boat, riding around
Yeah.
together, looking at the sky. You know what I mean?
right,
Really.
right.
I don't think.
And and again, I appreciate everything that you've been doing. Again, Rebecca, and thank you for your hard work.
Oh,
And
yes.
thank you everybody for listening and sticking it. God, they listen to those nut jobs for 7 hours, 18 minutes. Holy cow, those people are crazy. Remember, we are the freakiest, most insane conspiracy theory ever thought of, according to Science Man Dan. So,
That's
and
right.
thank you, Ad.
Thank you, Abby. Really, I'm like, is that ABCD, or is it just ABCD? I don't know, but
Yeah,
you know ABCD.
excellent day.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. Really,
and happy Memorial Day.
something I know that's
And
coming up
let's
too.
pray for all the lost souls that have died in foreign wars and even
Yes.
local wars.
I love this
Yeah.
one. Kitty cats.
Let's
Let's look at
just
some
pray
kitty
for
cats.
everybody that ever died. Yeah.
Oh yeah, party. Thank you. That helps tremendously, really.
Those kind of remind me of those
you.
parachute
Thank
bands
you.
from Can't Touch This and all of that.
Oh yeah, they got the moves.
Yeah.
I like the one on the left.
They don't make them anymore, but I really enjoyed those bands because you had plenty of leg room.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, because you're fairly tall. I did not imagine you being 6'1".
Really?
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
No, I really didn't.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm the Dutch people
Why?
are very tall. I'm the shortest male in my family. So yeah,
Okay.
and I was 6'1". Was
6'1".
I'm a little shorter now that I'm getting geriatric old,
I mean, we're almost eye to eye. I'm 5'11".
There you go.
So
There you go.
kind of tall as well.
Just wear some heels and you got me beat,
I know, just be eye to eye. That'd be funny. I don't know. That's who knew,
No
right?
worries. All
Right.
righty.
Well,
And,
guys.
yeah.
All right.
So I will see everybody next week, and then I'm just now finishing up with my Ricola. I can almost talk. Good night, Carol Ann,
Well,
and thank you for
you've
your
done
hard
well
work.
considering. Really, I'm impressed. You've missed very little of the show because of all the
Surgery. too.
drama. Right.
Yeah, and I was concerned that maybe my thyroid was going even worse. And well, not out of the woods yet, but yesterday, oh my God, the glands on the right hand side of my neck went crazy too. I was like, oh no. But today I'm better, so I took more antibiotics.
I knew you'd be better once you got them out. Like
Yeah.
once they start backfiring on you like that.
Yep.
The best thing, get rid of them and you're home free.
Yep, it was like, oh crap, here we go. Not wanted, but it went really easy. It was just recovery is what's taking the time right now. So anyway,
True.
I'll wind it
Well,
up and
all right,
say goodbye and let you say goodbye to everybody like you usually do. And
Right.
So,
Go play Star Wars.
yep, I will do that. So see everybody next week and send me those cards and letters, please.
Very good. Right.
All
Totally.
right. See you
All
soon.
right, Sam. Thank you. Yep.
Thank
See you. Take care. All right. Bye.
Hit the button, Jillian.
Get out of here. No. Oh boy. Well, that was fun, wasn't it, y'all? Oh boy. I gotta scroll over here and see what's happening. Yep, there's a good night for Sam. Yep, DJ. And AV. Awesome. It was good. AV was here today. I saw you sent me some more things. So I'll get them saved. You know the drill. Next time you're on here, hopefully next Saturday, you can be here. But I'll save them until you're here. There's Chris. Hope you all had a good birthday day, party, evening. I don't know what you all did, but nonetheless, it's fun. Any kind of parties are fun. Good night, Carol Ann. Yeah, I hope you're doing good too. I know she's been busy keeping track of her daughter who is traveling. I know that much. She's like a professional bowler. That's like the coolest story yet, honestly. You don't hear that story often, but she's traveling to another state. I'm thinking another state outside of the state. Anyway, far enough to go on an airplane to go bowl. So I'm impressed. Yeah, I know. It's like kind of, my whole life, everything was too short, like jeans. It's that kind of. I wouldn't say it's cool because I've had trouble my whole life finding things long enough. I just want to be 5'7" and 135 pounds and be like just like everybody else. Yeah. If only. All right. And then I hear like Carol Ann is what? Are you 5'1"? I think she said 5'1". And I know Sharon is like 5 foot, I think. And Jillian is like 5'1". They're all, I would look so funny standing by all you ladies, wouldn't I? I'd be the giant. Oh no. Okay. 5'3". Okay. See, you would fit in their crowd, their short club. 5'3". Actually, that's not. My mom was 5'4". So I grew past her. Short has it does. I mean, because you can always find petites if you need to. I would think. I've always seen petites. Oh, you look up to me, literally. Right. I get that. I don't know very many people out there as tall as me. I don't know how that happened. My brother, I have 2 older brothers, and they're over 6 foot, like 1'6'3". And then Taylor is 6'3", 6'4". And then my youngest son, Tanner, is like an inch taller than him. So they're both really, really tall. We're giants. Let's see. All good things come in small packages. Sweet, T. Racy. Right. I like that. I know, right? I like that. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Who else is here? I got Michelle, T. Racy, Carol Ann, AV. Did I cover everybody? DJ. One more show for May. That's it. Good night to DJ. I think I did. I'm scrolling back, and it's the same names over and over. So we're having a good time. But here's a box of cats on the way out. Isn't that fun? I can't wait to have the outro finished. I really wanted. I don't want to. I want DJ to be like excited to see it. Isn't that corny? But you do cross my mind as I'm working on it. Isn't that funny? It's just hard. It's not hard, but I want it to be so good at the same time. Like our intro. I love the intro. I don't know if I could ever make it better than it is. You ever get that way about something and it's like, I want to update it, but it's perfect. I can't touch it. Oh boy. Sun rising. Oh boy. T. Racy, are you going to go to bed now? I'm guessing you would, right? The trouble for me is I cannot sleep during the day unless I'm sick, and then maybe I could snooze, but I just cannot, if the sun is out, I gotta cover the windows or something. I cannot sleep during the day, no matter how tired I am. Good night, Nina. I knew you were out there. I figured Nina was still on, maybe. Good night, though. It's good seeing you. It's been a little bit. You did it once. You can do it again. Famous quote from Christopher. I guess. I don't know what that's about. Oh, the video. Right. Yes. Oh, I could surprise myself is what he's saying. Yes. I know. It is. I saw Chris earlier say something about we need an after show, and I can't find it in our somewhere halfway down, I would say, in our videos for the show is a after show. I almost laugh about it when I think about it. You know, we had this concept of doing a main show and then breaking for 30 minutes and coming back and doing an after show. And we only did it one time, and we realized that's a terrible idea because half the people didn't come back. You know, they didn't come back. So we lost half our crowd. Anyway, it was funny at the time. We thought, this is a great idea. We're going to, all these reasons why it did not work. Yeah, 24. You're still rooting for the 24-hour show. You don't talk me into it, DJ. Can you? Part of me wants to do it, and that's the scary part. Who would watch? Anybody out there? If I have to suffer, somebody has to suffer with me. Because 24 hours, it'd be hard. Wouldn't it? You can watch me sleep. Yeah. Oh, special nighty night to Jason, who woke me up in time to cat. Awesome. Thank you, Jason, again for your donation. And I'm guessing he was watching, keeping you track of everything. I think we covered it all. Hey, DJ, you could do a 24-hour stream. I know. That's hard, isn't it? Wouldn't that be hard? I'm not fun when I'm really tired. I'm just kind of like grumpy. I'm not mean, but I'm just kind of like, that'd be tough. Yeah, there he is. There's Jason. Well, all right. I guess we'll wrap it up. Now we're just lingering. Right. There's Dina. Yep. I feel like we got everybody. So if I haven't said bye to you, it's because I don't know you're here. But we, of course, appreciate you. We had a good count on the show today. I'll be anxious to see after we finish, where it starts off, or ends up, whichever you want to look at it. But yeah, because it was going up, and then it kind of it went down. This, who knows? I don't trust that their counts all the way anyway. What's this? I think it'd be cool to have everybody go outside at the same time and take a sky pic and then compare them, noting locations, pictures taken right. That's kind of like the Daily Sun post, but it's not at the same time. And that had, there was I don't know, a long time ago, I thought about that same idea, like having like everybody go out at noon or something, you know what I mean? It has to be like at the same time. But how do you handle the time zones? You know what I mean? You'd have to be like, well, it's noon for you, or noon central, and then you have to. Anyway, it can be done. It'd be, I was gonna say complicated, but it's really not. So, but I like that idea. That I do actually. What's this? What is that? Oh, it's that. Okay, got it. Yeah, that's cute. I love all these emojis. All right, guys. Well, you know what that means. It's time. I'm going to hit the button and get out of here. But maybe I'll see you all during the week. It's not looking promising, though, because every day, Monday through Saturday of next week, it's like at least 60% chance of rain. We'll see. We might get a sunset if we're lucky. But lots of rain, and I'm not happy about that because it makes things like, arthritis hurt more and whatever. And the kitty cats are not happy about it. They're bummed out. What's this? What? Once Rebecca leaves, we can look at right. Okay, that's true. That is true. I mean, yeah, you're giving me more ideas, DJ. Like you could run a whole slideshow as an outro. I don't want to do that, but I'm just saying, the show doesn't have to end just because I leave. In a way. At the beginning, I remember the after show. Right. There was one. You should go back and look at it. It's the cover on it is easy to find. It's like aliens. It's pretty. It's anyway. I'm just saying. Now I want to go back and look at it and see what we were talking about. It's an old one. I mean, I want to say, you know, who Rocket Man was around at that time. You know, that was kind of the time frame when we were coming up with all these ideas. You know, so that was that time. All right. Yep. I think I got everybody. I'm lingering. Now I'm stalling. You were like, would she just go to bed? Because T. Racy wants to go to bed. I already know. Okay. So I'm going to hit the button, you guys. Y'all, thank you. Thank you for real. Thank you. What time is it? 4:33. Good morning. If I got into bed by 4:30, I could maybe fall asleep before the sun comes up. I'm just one of them. I don't know what it is. If the sun is up, I am not sleeping. Big hugs to you too, T. Racy. Yeah, same to you. Go to bed. And here I'm being bossy, telling people what to do. Jason calls waffling. Okay, that's a new word for me. Yeah, that's me. I'm a waffler. May the force be with you too, DJ. That's right. Yep, there we go. Good night. I'll leave this one up for the last one. Good night, Carol Ann. You're sweet. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm glad you were made it on to say hi to me and everybody else. So, all right. Oh, David, were you here for your pictures? I was. Did you see your pictures? I was wondering. I was like, I should have asked if David was out there before I showed them, and I showed them. Did you see it? No show without punch. I'm thinking you're talking about those puppets, right? I'm almost too young for that myself. Yeah. All right. So I don't know if David saw his pictures or not. Of course, I know he's seen his pictures before. But we'll show them again next week, David, just in case. Just in case. I'll put it in my notes. We're going, oh, you did? Okay, sweet. I want to make sure. What? Waffling champion, Carol Ann. Oh, okay, good. Good. She deserves it more than anybody. I'm kidding. It's like, is it an honor or, here I am confused by the whole thing. That's the story of my life. I'm just like confused about what does this mean? What does that mean? I don't know. I'm like, sense of humor versus literal. I have a hard time, judging sometimes. But anyway, that's my struggle. Jason loved the waffles, could listen all night. Oh, good. You and me both. All right. Now, okay. I'm going to hit the button. I know I said that over and over again. A bear waffle. A good bear waffle. Okay. I have no idea. He's got like a whole different language where he lives. It's a great thing. Waffle is just to keep talking about great things. I see. Okay, so lingering and waffling. I never would have heard or thought about waffle being a common term for that. Right. Hit the button. I know. And he's the one that wants a 24-hour show. I don't know, DJ. That probably won't work. Oh, no. What's this? Hang on. For once, we have a sunny week. Oh, really? After months of rain? Yeah. Wow. That's not good either, though, right? Wow. That could be problematic. And I'm fed up. Honestly, we've had rain like all week this week. And the one day it was pretty nice. I got up to the street and took pictures and everything, but I'm just saying, we do need the rain. I'm not going to gripe. So that's that. Yeah, DJ, really. I know, right? It's not common. Oh, okay. He's made it up. That's why. It's his own word. That's funny. All right, everybody. I'm going to do it this time. No more stalling. Right. So thank you, everybody. And yeah, we'll be back on the 30th in a week. It'll be fun. I can't wait. End of May show. So it'll be show also 169 next week. Maybe we should have a party. When should we do a party next? Like show 200, or that's still too far away. I just like party shows. I'll find a reason for a party. Yeah, good night to you too, Carolyn. Thank you. And here's T. Racy and Nina, and I'm going to hit the button. I'm really am. Next week. See you next week. Hopefully you'll be here. Hopefully you will be. I do have some of your videos saved, Jason. I have 4 of them set back. So anyway, just saying, I have them in my notes for next week. I have you down. I have Sharon. I have Andrew Pritchard. Who else? Linky. I probably didn't say that right. Lenicky. Is that right? And then Sandra Michael. Those are ideas I have for videos for next week. You know, I'm planning it out. So now you all know what's going on. All right. What's this? Just like instead of saying I got squirreled. Okay. Squirreled. I had never heard that, Michelle. You would think in my part of the country, I've heard squirrely, being silly. You're, squirrely. So it's kind of similar, but not. But yeah, distracted, squirreled. Huh. Interesting. Okay. That's funny. Party on. Yeah. I love it too. I love it, Jason. Guy gets skunked. I already know it. Now that TMI, I can't say it. Getting skunked is good. You guys. Yep. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I know nothing. No, I'm kidding. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hit the button. You all take care, and we'll be back next week. Hopefully I'll see you before then. Who knows? Okay. Bye-bye. Here I go. I'm pushing the button.